Hopefully. Yeah, there we go. Give me a test and go real quick. Okay, I'm hearing you through the others, so I need this. Just get some stuff straight here.
I have to.
All right. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Better?
Yes. All right. What's up, everybody? I am MartianKat, and I am the Discord manager for Real Women of Gaming. Had some stuff going on here. Let me get this going because it's not detecting my game right now. So let me see why it is doing that.
Click back onto the game.
Oh, it's not. It wasn't showing because I had the eye turned off. That'll do it. Oh my gosh. This is the last day of our To Hell and Back for Charity streams for the benefiting the National Abortion Federation. They provide support, and they're a professional organization for clinics and physicians who do abortion care. All right. I think right now we are at like $730 of our $1,000 goal. And happy Sunday, everybody. Let's see. Along with me is Jingo the Fool. He's who you see down below there. Otherwise known as Mr. Martian, and he is going to be helping me do the voices today. Because there's a lot of characters in this game, so he's gonna help me out. So I don't have to do all of them. So let's see here. All right, new game. We're gonna trash that one because I didn't actually really do anything on it. What shall we be called?
Morticia.
I like it. It's loading. And it's us, and it's... You wake up on the beach, soaking wet. Salt water stinging the inside of your throat as if you'd nearly drowned. Water falls from your mouth as you open it to gasp for air. You have no memory of how you got here. In fact, you can only remember your own name, but not where you came from or a single fact about your life. What you do know is that, despite the outrageous beauty of the landscape around you, you feel incredibly sick to your stomach. Wow, really went down the wrong pipe, huh? You need a minute, or can I go on? Morticia says nothing. Because I can give you a minute. We've got plenty of time. Endless time, really. Would you like to be the ocean, Jingo?
An eternity, if you catch my drift.
I'm going to move our cameras because it's going to be blocking the text. Just moving us a little bit. There we go. Okay. There we are. Whoa! Not now, Ocean. Sorry, Morticia. May I continue? Morticia says, please go on. Okay then, as I was... Morticia coughs. The narrator says nothing. As I was saying... You look down at your feet, ankle deep in the crystal blue water of a newly arrived wave. As the water recedes back into the ocean, it reveals a grotesque discovery. Oh, that's nasty. is nasty. You see that? A decomposing face stares up at you from beneath the sand. All you can do is vomit the stream of dark bile, bugs, worms, and other ick. Questions race through your mind. Where are you? How did you get here? Who is behind this incredibly charming and well-spoken voice in your head? However, answers don't come easy, and your mind is completely blank. So what will you do? What do you think? Alrighty. Close your eyes. You close your eyes. This must be a nightmare, right? This is not happening. This is not happening. The mantra centers you, and you're briefly able to find peace. The lapping waves go silent, and for the first time in your entire life, it feels like you're in control. When you open your eyes, ooh, you're in the exact same place, except now that disgusting corpse face is smiling at you?
Even the dead have a wondrous time on our island. I promise you will too. Don't worry, you're going to do just fine. We wouldn't want anyone else.
One second. Needed to bring that volume down a little bit for you. In the system. Okay. And it's good. Well, that was sure weird, that voice again. Do oceans normally talk? Your memory isn't right, but you're pretty sure you remember learning as a child that oceans do not speak directly to people, in spooky terms. Your mind doesn't have a chance to linger any longer on your current situation, as you feel something soft bump into your foot. It's a ball! When you look down, you find a volleyball sitting in the sand there next to you. You stare down, frozen. A voice calls out from behind you. And it's the huntress, and she says, "Little help, please." You turn around, and when you see what's waiting for you, your jaw just about drops to the ground. Whoa! Oh! There's some charming killers over there. Four gorgeous monsters stand halfway between you and a well-tended volleyball court. Each of them oozes with an undead energy, a magical aura reaching out and penetrating you via your eyes. Your heart begins to race. Curiosity, fear, desire. You can't help but stare at these casually dressed, let's call them killers. I don't know, not to be judgmental, but that's just the energy they put out there. So many competing feelings rush through your mind at once that you are completely paralyzed.
Hello?
There are weird days, and then there's this. All you can do is look down at the ball and back up at this monstrous lineup of, well, literal monsters. Sexy-ass monsters, though. So what do you do? Excuse me one second. Let's see. I'm gonna toss it back. You bend down and grab the ball. It's warm from sitting in the sand on this beautiful day. And when you give the ball a toss, it arcs beautifully through the air and lands right in Huntress's hands. Not bad, stranger. Huntress's muscles ripple as she grips it in her hand, and you look her up and down and consider what it might be like to be held tightly in those strong arms. Warm, perhaps? Maybe a little sweaty, but that's okay. It's natural. The spirit is the gentleman from two from the left.
Okay. And he says, try hard much?
They're speaking directly to you, but you still can't bring yourself to reply. You're entranced. When you snap out of it, you realize that everyone has gone back to the volleyball court. Alone again, you look across the beach at these strange residents who casually bat a volleyball back and forth, happily ignoring your intrusion onto their private beach. Should you be frightened, worried, excited? I did refer to them as killers, not to give much away. But at the same time, damn, they are looking very appealing in their own way, and nobody so much as lifted a blood-soaked finger in your direction.
Don't be scared, Morticia. You were made for this.
Well, geez, if the spooky ocean voice says not to be scared, I'm sure it's all going to work out. With no good reason not to, you decide to head over and see what happens next. It seems like you've derailed the volleyball game just by showing up.
You derailed the game just by showing up, nitwit.
And I guess you're also a nitwit. Look, it's best to just go with what Trapper says when he says it. That's a policy I hold for pretty much anyone who always seems to have fresh blood on their hands. Hey, don't worry about it. It's just a game. Existence, that is. The Huntress says, besides, you seem a lot more interesting than a silly game. What's your deal? What brings you here?
You mean they're here to do more than distract from my total domination?
Oh my gosh. The Wraith sighs. That was Wraith. That sigh means he was done with the game too. Either that or he saw a butterfly or something.
Look, I don't care why this slack-jawed moron is here. I just want to know, can I kill him or not?
You know you can't. At least not yet.
Oh yeah, not yet.
Hey, Morticia, you might want to know, say something. Actually, never mind. There will be plenty of time for that soon enough. Right now, this group has some questions for you. But be warned, answer quickly and answer well. This is a timed quiz, and it will be very important later. Very important. Or not important in any way whatsoever. Perhaps that one, I can't remember. Oh, it's just so funny.
How attractive would you say you are?
Average. I'm pretty average, I think.
This is another face in the crowd. Another normal, meaningless life with an endless cycle.
The Huntress says, I think you're quite cute myself, like a chipmunk or a grizzly bear.
Grace says, if you could have any superpower, what would it be?
Flight. Flight, for sure. The spirit says, technically, I suppose I can fly. Honestly, it's not all that it's cracked up to be. As far as I go, I am still not where I want to be. What was your best subject in school? History. And that's true. And Morticia says, history? And the spirit says, nice. It's important to know what came before so that we are not doomed to repeat humanity's mistakes. I mean, we will anyways, but still. The huntress asks, what's your favorite animal? Cat? Not biased or anything. Morticia says, definitely a cat. Silence. The spirit, what? Why is everyone looking at me? You think just because I'm the typical cute goth girl, I have some specific love of all things cats? And more specifically, black cats? Well, I do, but you can all go to hell anyway.
What's your favorite color?
3-year-old corpse, that's funny. Red.
Some call it the color of love. But love is just another word for pain.
What's your dream job? Nightclub promoter. Definitely nightclub promoter. Everyone groans, and let's be honest, they're right to do so.
Luring folks into the dark? Not just anyone could do that. His flavor of ice cream.
Horse flesh? What? that's oh my god. Vanilla?
My favorite flavor is pain.
And Spirit says, same here.
The wraith is silent. Mine's vanilla swirled with pain.
I think mint chip is the greatest flavor ever conceived myself, but enough about ice cream, am I right? Hold on a second, this reminds me. I am right. Always. It's a lesson you should learn before we go too much further. Do what I say if you want to survive. Pick mint chip.
We're teaching lessons now, narrator. You rascal. Killer be killed is the rule on the island, even for faceless voices.
Tell me, what's the best flavor of ice cream? I want to choose something other than that just to see what happens. The best flavor is vanilla. You got a reading comprehension problem. I just told you mint chip was where it's at. You almost bought yourself a game over there, buddy. That's right. I can end your life whenever I want to. I'm in control, so don't you forget it. If I say you like mint chip, you like mint chip. Now try it again. Tell me, what's the best flavor of ice cream? What do you think? Should we go mint chip or find out what happens if you do it again?
Horse flesh.
Horse flesh. The best flavor is horse flesh. You got a reading comprehension problem. I just told you mint chip was where it's at. So we know we got to go with what they want. Mint chip. The best flavor is mint chip.
So obedient.
I think you're gonna do just fine. Anywho, now that they know so much about you, I'm sure the group wants you to start getting to know them.
I'm Trapper. I pretty much run things around here. I'm the smartest, richest, strongest person on this whole island. I don't like losers. If you want to know what a loser is, say hello to Wraith.
Dang, that's cool.
Wraith says, I'm Wraith. I'm nothing like everyone else. I like people that loathe big, dumb idiots.
And the spirit says, "Hey, what's up? I'm Spirit. I don't like most things. I don't really hate most things either. It's not worth my time. But the things I do hate, I really hate. You know? Based on my personal observations, life is nothing but suffering, and society is a carefully calculated lie to keep everyone subservient to those in power. It's better to choose to just not take part." Jeez, it's like she was downright murdered by society. She hates it so much, the narrator says. Oh no, wait. I'm remembering Spirit's story now, and that's almost exactly what happened. The Huntress says, "Hey, I'm Huntress. Don't let these bummers get you down. There's lots of fun to be had on this island, along with lots of love."
Yeah, there is, if you know what I mean.
Uh-oh. And the spirit says, "Grow up."
Grow a body.
"I've explained this 1,000 times. I'm dead, but I'm not a literal ghost. I just create a trail of fog. I'm not made of it."
Whatever, fog body. Ray says, "Hey, that's not nice."
And the Huntress says, "He's not nice."
You love it.
"Only sometimes."
Ray says, "Oh, really? That's disgusting."
That's funny.
That's why she likes it.
"Don't speak for me. I also hate it." "Stop speaking entirely, actually," the spirit says. "And for the first time ever, I agree with Wraith. Let's move on. Otherwise, they'll do this all day. Besides, if I know this crew, and I do, they'll want to show off soon enough."
If we're done playing, let's do something else instead.
Well, for once I actually agree with the meathead.
I'll say we go to my yacht. It's a massive boat dock nearby. I'll give everyone a taste of true luxury and power.
Wraith rolls his eyes.
Don't mind him, he just hates fun and happiness. No, I hate the endless, desperate, soul-crushing pursuit of wealth. It's the way it's fun and needlessly, and the cruelty it engenders. What about hanging out by the pool?
No, you were muted.
What about hanging out by the pool? I find the water calming, simple, beautiful.
And the Huntress says, "Hey, what about our volleyball game? We can exercise and have some fun as a group." And the spirit says, "Are you all serious? There's a perfectly good lounge to chill at right here. I'm tired, and besides, I hate being in the sun." "So where do you want to go?" Ooh. Oh. The beach. I'd be down, or for the, at the pool. I'd be down for a dip in the pool.
Whoa, little pool? You actually want to go to a pool? Well, I mean, sure, why not? I got good ideas. What's wrong with my ideas? Pool is great, everyone knows that. All over the world, if people agree on one thing, it's that pools are great.
I have to agree, pools are great. Was bringing volume down just a tad. Cause it was overpowering you a bit. There we go.
Look, we got a whole ocean right here, and this still put in a pool. Because pools are just, great. It's a real special treat.
And you thought it was bad when he stayed quiet. Claudette says, hold on.
And Dwight says, for just one moment.
This is Dwight and Claudette, our activities coordinators. They're also the cooks, waiters, bartenders, janitors, and every other job. And they're the only help remaining on the island. This place we call Murderer's Island. Cue dramatic musical flourish!
Dun, dun, dun.
None of the others survived. Ahem. Survived the interview process, I mean. Lies. Hence why we shall heretofore refer to them as survivors with a capital S. These two have worked here a long time. So very long, I don't actually know how long it's been. Sorry. Anyway, I should probably let Dwight and Claudette do their mandated jobs. They sure look happy, but they're vibrating with a nervous energy that is starting to give me the creeps.
We will now escort the group to the venue of your choosing.
However, in the future, we recommend waiting for us to present you with your options whenever possible, and don't just run off to various activities unsupervised.
We don't have much autonomy around here.
The least you can do is allow us to do our job.
The most you can do is help us get off this...
Dwight?
Yes, pardon me. Please follow us.
Hey, narrator. Yes, something I can help you with. Those two, Claudette and Dwight, did they just start to mention something about wanting to escape? Is escape an option? Should I be trying to escape? Escape? Them? Oh, no. I think you're mistaken. Well, it seemed like Dwight was asking for help to get off this island, though. Oh, right, that. Yes, that's true, he was, but he just meant that he wants to get to the other vacation island getaway. A couple miles south of here, it has much fancier accommodations than this island. It's one of those big corporate outfits, quite exclusive, where all the famous celebrities hang out. Very luxurious. Doesn't quite have the charm that this island has, though. Trust me, you wouldn't want to go there. With all that money that comes with a lot of restrictions. This is where you belong. Now, off you go. It's time for an activity, and on this island, your decisions matter, mostly. When I agree with them, not like that other island. So what shall it be? We're still going to the pool. Hang out with the Wraith. Wraith moves ahead to the pool at a pace that could almost be considered jaunty. If a creature so lanky they appear to be made entirely of elbows and ankles, could jaunt. Oh yeah, okay, got it. What's going on with Wraith's face? Is that a smile? Is that what a smile looks like when he does it?
What can I say? Being enveloped by water is comforting. It's quiet. It's ominous. And
Wraith looks back over each shoulder to make sure no one besides you is within earshot.
Oh, you get me.
Super normal stuff here as usual. Oh, great. It's Claudette and Dwight. What do these two want?
Since everyone's at the pool, we figured we're bringing over some of our most popular pool accessories.
Morticia, which of these is particularly interesting to you? Our choices: foam noodles, inflatable lounger, a basketball hoop, or goggles and a snorkel.
Goggles and a snorkel.
Goggles and a snorkel? Alright, let's do it. Could I get some of those goggles?
Ray says, using goggles and a snorkel lets me escape from it all and completely immerse myself in the wet embrace of the water. Gazing to the bottom, wishing I could be there forever.
You want to take over the narrator? Yeah.
Yikes! Wishing you'd pick that lounger? Well, too late. You dive in and take a plunge. The world melts away as you join Wraith underwater, in the wet embrace of whatever it was he said. He brushes up against you and you realize he hasn't taken off his shirt. Should you do it for him?
I don't know, that seems kind of forward for just learning about him, so we're going to hands off it.
Now's not the time to get handsy. You decide against it. Yeah, he probably has his reasons. For a waking nightmare, you could almost believe that you're starting to relax a bit and forget about how much you can't remember. It's as if the sun's very rays have a calming effect on you, your body tranquilized by the soft light from overhead, coupled with the cool breeze rolling in from the sea. And you're not alone. I feel recharged by the gentle warmth of the ocean's caress.
Oh, he's so sweet.
If it was a little too warm, that might have been my fault.
Oh!
Also, this is a pool, not the ocean.
That's all right.
I'll let you.
Okay, let's just let him finish. Wraith?
Thanks, Morticia. I know this probably doesn't seem like me, but would anyone want to play a game of Marco Polo?
And the Huntress says, yes, I love games. I'll go first. Someone blindfold me. Uh-oh. Of course, the Trapper has a blindfold ready to go. It's as if he had it in his hands before you even spoke. And did he just wink? And did you just bite your lip? Good thing you're getting reined in, because it sure seemed like you were about to act up. Mini games consist of two parts. On top, a pointer which rotates in a clockwise direction. And on the bottom, a target you're going to be pointing at. Sometimes the target is immediately visible, and sometimes it's hidden until the pointer arrives. Press the spacebar to stop the pointer over the target to win. Fail to land on the target, and you will lose. To achieve a perfect success, land on the start of the target area, not the end. Okay, so this is basically like the skill checks in the game. Okay, ready to play, or would you like me to repeat that? I'm ready. Ready. Away we go. It's time to feel around. Go get him, Tiger. Perfect. Not bad. Uh-oh. Not bad. Whoa, that's dizzy. You missed completely. Oops.
That was pretty good, Morticia. No, it wasn't. Don't lie. Just ignore him. You've just been thrown into a very weird situation, and you held your own. I respect that. That was a good game. I say we celebrate. By throwing this waiter, whose name I forgot, into the pool.
Defend Dwight? Yeah. Knock it off, Trapper.
After you're no fun. Thank you, Morticia. I won't forget this. Well, I mean, I might. Every time I think too deeply, I seem to forget every specific detail in my life, beyond the basics of who I am as a person. But that was still cool of you to stick up for me.
I'm no expert, even though as an omnipotent narrator I probably should be, but I think that means it's time for the next activity! Seems like the next activity is mealtime? How quaint! You were expecting what? Capture the flag? Do you know how complicated it is to run a game like that? Much more so than sitting and talking? You arrive at the cookout area to find an assortment of picnic tables scattered around. What you were expecting? What were you expecting? Some kind of grand hall with a huge banquet table? This ain't some prestigious fantasy epic like you'd find on cable. Dwight and Claudette usher you to your seat, but there's a very limited seating directly around you. And oh great, terrific! It seems that everyone wants to sit next to you. Even better is that they don't want to sit next to certain other people either. To start, no one wants to sit next to Trapper. Meanwhile, he refuses to sit next to Wraith or Trickster. Whoa! Oh god. Oh yeah, Trickster is here. Surprised? Yeah, well, they don't call him Expected Stir. I'm sorry. Even I get nervous around crowds of killers, and my whole shtick gets a little flustered.
Hey there. You're looking good, Morticia. Real good.
And we literally can't let Huntress and Trapper sit together. No, seriously, their arms are too big, and they can't fit at the table if they sit side by side. Look at this. We can't even fit everyone on the screen at the same time. You probably think it was an error, but it's not. It's completely intentional. Let that be a lesson to you. Every error you think you see is a choice. Got that? Okay, Dwight and Claudette are directing traffic. You sit on one side, the rest of them will sit opposite you. Huntress and Trapper can sit at the ends with their enormous, sexy arms.
Now that everyone is seated, we can begin dinner.
Tonight's meal was prepared slowly and carefully, but with both love and hate, for 12 hours over a spit.
We hope you all enjoy. We really, really hope you do.
And the spirit says, Hey, you didn't actually tell us what you're serving. What are we eating?
It's meat, seasoned with a
specific number of special herbs and spices that we simply can't divulge.
my favorite.
Meat is good.
Meat is murder.
And the spirit says, which you'd know considering what you've been up to. Who are you to get judgy now?
I'm just sharing facts, and you need to murder something to eat its meat, so that's like technically true.
Yeah, it is technically true.
Technically true. Technically true is the best kind of true.
Hey, Morticia, you thinking what I'm thinking? It's going to be a person on that spit, right? Or several parts of overlapping people, perhaps. I haven't seen many pigs wearing palm tree button-down prints, you know. When you look closely at the spit, you spot what definitely appears to be scraps of fabric sandwiched between some layers of meat. Morticia says, I think I might be sick. Is there anything else to eat? Claudette says, this took 12 hours.
And we do literally everything on this island. Actually, there's one thing you're not doing today. You're not carving up this delectable meal.
And the huntress says, well, he's right for a change, 'cause I am with my broad axe. It's the perfect tool for easily chopping anything in twain.
First, you says twang. Sometimes I swear it's like we're all from completely different historical eras. Second, I handle this with my cleaver. Fast, powerful, and clean. At least it's clean when the meat is cooked. No blood.
The spirit says, you two in your ridiculous bicep swinging contest. Enough! Grow up! Obviously, my gorgeous katana is the only option, obs! Oh, I'll show you both my katana and send you to actual hell if you'd like.
Please stop. Please, I hate it when we fight or talk or even when we look each other in the eye. I can do it. I have the skull of Azurov.
Great. Instead of slicing it up, you can club it to a second death. Hey, Morticia, I know this isn't what you want to eat, but hurry up and volunteer to carve up dinner. Otherwise, this will go on for hours. No hyperbole. They once argued over who had the most effective weapons for 72 hours straight. And it doesn't matter which one does it. When they're done, they will take an even longer time cleaning their weapon, all while examining the value and maintaining your tools. Despite being a bunch of cold-blooded killers, for some reason, they are always terrified of tetanus. And Morticia says, hey, why don't you just let me carve up dinner?
Splendid idea. We'd hate for it to get cold.
He hated when it got cold.
Here's the machete, freshly sharpened.
Many games consist of two parts. The pointer, which rotates counterclockwise, or clockwise. The bottom is the target you're going to be pointing at. Okay. So that gives us an explanation of the mini game again. Let's see. Give me one moment. Hold on.
Yes.
Alrighty, let's play this mini game. I'm guessing this is to carve up the meat. Sorry about that. Had to get a blanket. It was chilly over here. Okay. Spacebar time! To achieve a perfect success, land on the start of the target, not the end. Okay. So let's get ready and do this. And Morticia says, ready! And away we go. Slice! Whoops. You missed completely. Uh-oh.
It's okay. At least you tried a little. Sometimes trying a little takes a lot of effort.
Yeah, I kind of wish they had the sound for the actual skill check, because then it would have given me the kind of the cue, And the huntress says, "What the hell was that? You ruined dinner. Your swinging was so poorly aimed. You hacked it to pieces. The bad kind of pieces too. I hope you're drunk." Claudette says, "Dinner is finally served."
For real.
The sounds, especially coming from the masked killers while they eat, which involves lifting their masks and shoving food up behind them, are nasty. Spirit, meanwhile, doesn't even eat. She's the only one who seems to be really embracing being dead. They're all dead, right? This is obviously hell, I mean.
Come on. We're still trying to be mysterious here. You think mystery comes easy? Claudette and Dwight aren't the only ones who've been working their asses off to make this night perfect.
Well, at least they're lifting their masks. This is only 99%. This is only 99% as disgusting as it could be if they just tried to mash stuff through there. And this Morticia asks, "Spirit, why aren't you hungry?" And the spirit says, "The two best things about being dead is not having to eat." And Morticia says, "That's only one thing." And the spirit says, "Think about it, Morticia. Number two is no number two. The one less thing to think about in the afterlife. Even if I wanted to eat, I have no idea what would actually follow. You might have noticed I'm mostly just a bunch of dismembered body parts floating in a spectral form. Do you see how deep this cut on my abdomen is? I don't think my digestive tract connects anymore. Between the food and the behavior of the group, this might be the worst meal in history. But even worse is they're staring at you. You're not eating, and they don't like that. I think they want an explanation as to why. So what do you tell them?" "Wow, you ever see a seagull that big? I haven't. That's incredible. Anyway, what were we talking about?" And the hunter says, "Lame misdirect." And the spirit says, "Yeah, she's right, Morticia. Pretty lame. Own who you are. Never compromise."
Didn't you wash up on this island with no memory of who you are and how you got here? Yeah, you did. Poor thing. You have no idea the last time you ate a real meal, and you've been standing in the sun.
"But the seagull!" Uh-oh, he just made a lot of good points. Morticia says, "I swear!" You're beginning to feel lightheaded. And Morticia says, "It waved at me. Maybe you need to eat to survive here. Either that or someone poisoned you. No, wait. You haven't eaten, so you can't be poisoned. Whatever the answer, you're clearly about to pass out. Hey, Crimson."
Oh, hey, it's me again. Your friend, mentor, and guide. Narrator to the narrator. The ocean.
Not sure how I feel about that characterization, but I'll allow it.
I brought you here, and I might be the only one who can help you now. There's only one thing you must do to survive. You have to figure out why you're really here. No one can tell you, not unless you follow the right path, or at least a right path. There's too many of those to count. Hopefully, you pick at least one of them. Because there are even more wrong paths. Many of them lead to your demise. Others lead to something even worse.
Starting scenes over and having to fast forward back to where you are, am I right?
For this place holds many secrets, even from itself. But the one that truly matters can only be learned if you answer the most important question. Why are you here? Why are you here? Answer that and you'll learn the truth. The ultimate truth.
Vague, mysterious. I gotta give it up to this ocean character. There's some quality early game storytelling. You wake up to find Wraith holding your limp body, gingerly pouring cool water into your mouth. Now that you're finally alone, Wraith looks at you eagerly.
I don't care if the seagull actually waved at you, but I understand the feeling of looking at you from so far away and wanting to reach out. But did it wave at you?
Swear it. I swear it. Wraith nods the nod of someone who just realized that Morticia is a liar. He's disappointed in you. I'm disappointed in you. And you know deep down you're disappointed in you also, more so than usual. Oh boy, looks like he's about to monologue. Now you've done it.
No, how do I say this? It's just honesty is important to me. I've been burned too many times.
Something about the word burned makes Wraith look away. Far away, eyes brimming with tears, and yet at the same time, dead. Wraith looks back at you with those sad eyes, wanting so badly to believe you, and he looks down at the ground.
There's something very important to tell you. It's about something very special to me. It's not something I tell everyone, but you know how importantly honesty is to me. I can't expect that from you if I'm not honest in return.
Oh, great. I bet he's got crabs.
It's about my special bell.
What? It's a big, shiny golden bell.
It belonged to my father. He gave it to me before he and my mother, well, they had to go away. If I was ever in danger, I was supposed to ring this bell. It didn't really work, but it's all I have of my family with me.
Wow, Ray, thanks you for telling me.
Here, hold it.
Whoa, Wraith just gave you his bell. Sound the alarms. What are you gonna do with this thing? Well, kind of hold it all dainty-like. You caress the bell, running your fingers over its rusty... Is that dried blood? What are you touching? Why are you touching this thing? Thank you for sharing this important part of yourself. You hand the bell back, and Wraith is looking out wistfully at the ocean. Morticia says the ocean is beautiful.
It's not real. None of this is.
Wraith looks at you more intensely than ever.
I don't know if you're ready to hear the truth.
Just as things are really heating up, you hear a flurry of footsteps behind you, and you quickly spin around, ready to fend off whatever new danger has popped up on this strange island. Only to find that it's Dwight and Claudette sprinting across the beach, clipboards in hand, which they're waving in the air above their heads.
It's very important that we stick to the itinerary. Playing sick for cute flirt points was not a part of this evening's activity.
That's strictly slotted in for after campfire story time. At this rate, we'll be late. Or just playing sick? No, I was... Well, there is, but that's scheduled for after what comes after the flirting.
Oh, go, go, go! We're not going to blame anyone in particular.
But someone, and we're not going to say who, so don't worry, you hasn't been sticking to the schedule.
That means we're behind on time for evening activities.
And we'll only have time for one person to share their special spooky nighttime story.
Just one story. The story time is my favorite activity. This is a narrative-heavy experience.
And the huntress says, "You're telling us that only one person gets to share. How will we decide who?" And the spirit says, "Oh, great. We have to decide as a group? That never goes well."
Whoever did this, step up now. I swear I won't be angry. I'm here to chop your head clean off. No fuss, no muss.
Voice trembling, you realize this is probably it for you, but you embrace your fate. And Morticia says, "Sorry, everyone. I think they're talking about me, but to be honest, I still don't understand how this whole schedule thing works. I guess I lost track of time while I was passed out?"
Been there before, even though it's taken some pressure off me, which is an absolute dream come true. Is it really fair to pick on a newbie?
Seriously, has anything here ever happened on a schedule even once?
Damn it, Donald. If you try to flex that authority gimmick one more time, so help me, I'll snap your head off so quick, and then I'll throw you in his blood, Cynthia. Fuss and muss are back on. You two know I love to hack, slash, and slice.
The hunter says, "We all know you love to kill. It's almost all you talk about." Claudette says, "Nobody named any names. Who even knows any names? Not us."
I renounce my name. Who's Donald? Who's Dwight? Who even knows anymore? Call me nobody. But we still gotta get started on story time, so...
Yeah, it is a little strange. You're right. Claudette says, "Morticia, who do you think should go?" Damn it, that's a name. Please pick somebody quickly so this tropical vacation doesn't turn into a bloodbath. Should we continue with Wraith, or what do you think?
Let's switch it up. Let's go with Trapper.
All right. I choose you, Trapper. Whoa, whoa. This entire experience is being carefully crafted to avoid an IP infringement lawsuit. Let's be careful with the catchphrases, will ya?
Yes, of course you want to hear my story. It's a good one, and an old one, too. This is an infamous tale about two young friends from my hometown. Best buds who did everything and anything together. Fish, hunt, fight, skip rocks, climb the tallest trees, climb the highest peaks. The more dangerous something was, the more they wanted to do it. But everything changed one day when the slightly older friend asked the other for a favor.
Oh no, this is my first time playing it. She was. Yeah, I love this game right now. It's really different to see the characters, you know, talking for themselves. Really, you know, considering that in Dead by Daylight they don't talk for themselves. You know.
My father doesn't want me going out with you anymore. He said we're dangerous together. We take risks we shouldn't, and if I keep hanging out with you, he says one day I'm gonna get hurt. You think you could come by and tell my dad we'll be careful so we can still be friends? Of course, said the other friend, who's always eager to please his best mate.
She it is. I am Kat, and then Jingo is the other voice that you hear.
So the two went to see the concerned father, who puffed away at his pipe as he listened to every promise his son's pal made about being more cautious. When the slightly younger and slightly smaller boy finished, his friend's father responded stone-faced, "No, sorry, this is best for both of you. I don't want my son hanging out with you anymore, and that's that."
Uh-oh.
The young boy was so crestfallen he left immediately. No one would see him cry. He would not give them the satisfaction. Especially because if they did, they might tell others in town, and they'd all think him weak. Worse, his own father would never forgive his son for letting others see him that way.
So what are you all up to on this fine Sunday? Go ahead, Trapper.
But he was too upset to go home right away or be spotted on the path. So instead, he sat outside his friend's house in the little hiding spot they had often sat in during rainstorms, or when they didn't want anyone to see them trading interest in rocks they dug up.
Playing grounded with the husband. Oh, recovering. You spent the night in the ER. Yikes. Well, glad to hear you're okay. Jeez.
It
Ooh.
was quiet as he stifled his own tears, and that's when he heard it. A sound, an odor wafted alongside the pipe the smoke carried on the dark winds. Betrayal. Thanks, Dad. I didn't want to hang out with him anymore, but I didn't want to tell him that. He'd be a big baby about it. It's okay, I get it. Don't blame you at all either. He's soft and needy. You need strong friends. Someday you really would have ended up getting hurt because of him. You need friends you can rely on.
Trapper looks angry.
The muffled tears stopped, and the hiding spot that had been a pit of sadness now overflowed with rage. The boy went home. If anyone passed him on the path, all they saw was determination.
Ooh, yikes. Yeah. Uh-oh.
That night, he spoke to no one. He ate no dinner. He slept no sleep. The next day, he got up early and sat near the tallest tree in the woods by his former friend's house. It was one tree no kid in town had ever conquered. Its top remained untouched. He remained there till dark before he finally went home. He did this for 8 days. On the ninth, his old mate finally passed by. "Hey, what are you doing here?" asked the Judas.
Oh yeah, and the links have been popped in for donating to the Tiltify for the National Abortion Federation, and that's who we're doing the streams for, in benefit of rather. And then of course, if you want to support Real Women of Gaming directly, the coffee link just popped up.
"Nothing. Out hunting squirrels and sat down to eat this apple," lied the younger boy. Yeah, sure. I hope you're okay. I can't believe my dad did that. It's so unfair." "Yes, it was truly unthinkable," answered the boy through a smile that carried no warmth. "Yeah, well, okay. I'll see you around."
Wow.
But before the betrayer could leave, his old friend called out to him. "I'm going to climb this tree," he said. "I'm going to make it to the top." "The hell you are. No one can do that. And they definitely can't do it by themselves." He had him. "I can, and I will. I understand why you can't, though. Your dad said you're afraid you get hurt." "I'm not afraid. He's afraid," replied the friend, now seething with shame in his own rage. "Oh, forget what my dumb old father said. I'll do it with you. You see, I'm not afraid." So the two climbed and climbed, each making it higher than they ever had before. And they continued to climb. Whether they would have reached the top will never be known. Because the turncoat, the boy who had made his father lie for him, fell before he could make it all the way up. Some say it was no accident, that his old chum pushed him. But this was an accident. Tragic for sure, but nothing more.
Sorry, I think I might have clicked fast. My bad. I was moving my mouse there.
Of course.
I wonder if it moves the text for you, and that could be what's happening, but I'm not sure. Here we go.
A month later, though no one could explain how the dead boy's father choked to death on his own pipe.
Oh, okay, I know what happened. So when I do a left click, it'll like fast forward, so I have to make sure I don't do that. I just realized. So, I mean, when I right click, it fast forwarded. Sorry. Like, oh shoot. Yeah, definitely a good call on staying quiet after that. Silence really is best at a time like this. And the spirit says, "Shit!"
What about you, Morticia? What did you think of my tale?
Were you the boy in that story?
What a stupid question.
On that note, everyone decides it's time to take a break and split up for a little bit so that they can all have a moment alone before bed. Everyone leaves and you're alone by the fire. The only thing you hear is the ocean slowly lapping against the shore. This is nice. A true moment of peace and tranquility that lasts for all of 7 seconds because Trickster shows up and he's blaring his latest song.
Hey, babe! You look lonely. Mind if I join you?
He doesn't wait for an answer.
I know you've been hearing from these guppies all day, but I want you to hear something from a big fish like me. Something special those in charge of this island don't want you to hear. I am the ultimate catch on this island, the only lobster in an ocean of sardines. No one can give you what I can. You just have to find me. Come find me, baby.
Trickster leaves, but you're a bit confused about what to make of his cryptic clues, but you aren't going to get any time to yourself to think about them just yet. The trapper approaches you.
Finally, those dweebs are gone. Now that I know we're totally alone, we can really talk. But let's get away from this ash and smoke and take a dip in the pool.
Oh, another dip in the pool.
Whether it's water, sweat, or my enemy's blood, I prefer my muscles glistening and not dried. A dip in the pool with Trapper? You come a long way in a single day. I'm not saying you shouldn't follow him. An offer like that. Just don't forget our little talk.
Okay. You and your storyteller friend slip into the water. It's just the right temperature for an evening dip. Plus, if some jealous shark comes over and manages to jump from the ocean into the pool, you're also pretty sure your killer companion can handle it. Trapper looks surprisingly relaxed. That's definitely weird. Oh, okay. The small bubbles rising up in the water around him might have something to do with that.
Look, Morticia, I didn't want to reveal anything in front of the others. You never know when a loser really is a maggot. Now, though, I want to hear what you really thought of my story. What was its real purpose?
What was it? Vengeance is darkness. To show how vengeance leads you down a dark path?
Interesting and illuminating.
Trapper stares at you for only a moment before looking up at the stars, and then he turns back to you and stares for way, way too long. He's still staring, and he stares for such a long time it becomes quite romantic. And then, as it keeps going on, it becomes downright horrifying. A chill runs down your spine. Finally, Dwight and Claudette show up and say everyone is reconvening at the fire pit.
How dare you interrupt me? I mean us. No, wait, me. I meant me.
Trapper throws his cleaver at Dwight and Claudette's feet. Where the hell was he even hiding his cleaver? More importantly, what do you think of his little cleaver toss? Ooh. I think we're gonna laugh. You see how scared you both looked? That was amazing! Serves this servants right.
Clever wordplay. You're all right by me.
Oop. Had my mouse on the wrong cursor. Oh, we got a gold coin. Trapper flips you a gold coin, which he definitely was keeping in his crotch. It's too warm to have been anywhere else. Oh my goodness. You feel your toes tingling and notice the temperature has dropped significantly. Morticia says, it's getting chilly in the water. Usually it's so warm around you. You mind if I snuggle up your way?
Yes, I do mind.
Before we have to spend too much time watching you sit there all alone, trying to figure out exactly what you're doing with your life, we figured we'd let you know that it's time for bed. Okay. Let's see, and you're the last kind of the last person out enjoying the facility, so, well, the thing is, you see,
We can't really get our night started until yours ends, so
pack it up, kiddo.
your fireside sleeping arrangements await.
Oh, fireside sleeping? I don't know, that'd be kind of nice. You know, like in a cabana or something? Fire pit in the middle?
I think it's on the beach.
I know, I'm just saying, in real life.
Yeah. Fire is cool.
Fire is cool. You head over to the campfire. The heat is comforting on this chilly night. Looking into the crackling embers, you think about Trapper's story. Are you being led to your demise by an untrustworthy narrator? Hey, wait a second. I swear to you that you're not. Come on, you gotta trust me at least a little more than you trust the Trapper. Before you can dwell too much on your fate, Claudette and Dwight arrive, their now familiar creepy smile stretching from ear to ear. It's a bit menacing to see a smile like that lit by firelight. And Claudette says, we must apologize for the accommodations.
We weren't prepared for another guest, but we're going to make you comfortable or die trying.
They hand over a pillow and blanket and welcome you to snuggle up by the fire.
Just try to keep the volume to a minimum. Our other guests aren't the type you'll want to rob of their beauty sleep.
Oh, I'm sure you don't. Here our minigame is. I'm ready. As you relax and look into the fire, the radio begins to fizz and flicker. You examine it and decide that you might adjust the dial and fix it. Let's see. Ooh, did you hear the music change? Oh. Nothing on that one. It's kind of like a rock station a little bit. You hear it?
Yeah, a little bit. The music's way low for me.
Oh, let me turn it up. Hold on. Because the music is actually pretty good here.
Let's talk about our community. For us, it means two major things. First of all, the community is you out there. It's you and everybody else either playing the game or talking about the game or creating content relating to the game or being inspired by the game to write music or to make outfits. It's everybody that's part
It sounds
of
like
what
the
makes Dead by
dev
Daylight
leader
this
for Dead by
amazingly
Daylight.
rich and passionate environment. It means groups of people who interact on every single possible social platform.
Ooh! Oh, I like that. Okay, that one's cool. I like that one.
Head banging.
Yeah, it's very metal.
Metal for life.
Oh, yes! That's speed metal right there.
Kind of industrial speed
Yeah,
metal,
I like it. Let's see what's on this station. Sounds kind of like a trance. Like trance. I think we've listened to all the stations. Yeah. No matter how many things you listen to, you still can't sleep, and you decide to ask one of the killers to spend a little more time with you until you're sleepier. Who would you like to summon to sit to your side as you lay by the fire? Woo! Well, we've hung out a little bit with the Wraith and with the Trapper.
To the Huntress.
Huntress?
Big muscly arms.
Huntress, are you around? I was wondering if I could get a little company. And the Huntress appears in an instant. You really didn't hear her coming. She's more than happy to tell you her secret for falling asleep when she's feeling restless. What is that? And the Huntress says, yeah, she is pretty smexy over there with her buff arms and stuff. And I can imagine that she probably is pretty buff considering, she has to throw hatchets and stuff and carry people on her shoulders. And the Huntress says, if a Soviet lullaby doesn't work, this special mushroom tea has always done the trick. When I'm not coating the blade of my hatchet in it to ease the passing of my victims, I'm steeping it in a piping hot mug of water. Try it. Finally start to feel sleepy, except maybe this isn't really a sleepy feeling. Maybe you're paralyzed, and you try to keep your eyes open, but you can't. Darkness overtakes you. The dark voice from earlier speaks to you again, and it should still be as spooky, but now you've had a whole day of strange voices in your head, but this one is undeniably odd.
Look, I'm not saying that my feelings are hurt because you chose to swim in some pathetic little teacup when you could have swam in the vastness of an entire, me, I guess. I'm just saying that you've made a foolish decision, and I won't forget it. My feelings aren't hurt. I just lost some respect for you. That's all.
You awake suddenly to someone looming over you. The Trapper is sitting beside you, sketching a portrait.
Oh, you're awake. I saw you with the Huntress right before bedtime. You should know you're not what they seem. Not like me, who is obviously completely honest and trustworthy. I was out checking to make sure you weren't sleeping near one of my... Actually, never mind. Just be careful where you sit.
Oh, that's not ominous or anything.
But since I'm here, I'd like to share two things with you. One, I do not take rejection well. Two, the first thing is very important to remember.
Were you drawing me? Trapper doesn't answer. You aren't drawing stink lines radiating out of me, are you? Still nothing from the Trapper.
Look, I'm not an easy guy to get along with, but I am an easy guy to spend time with. That will make sense if you choose to spend time with me tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
The rest of this scum live like rats. They wouldn't know a good time if it bit them on the ass. I mean that literally. Point is, If you select me, you're in for a day of luxury, extravagance, and fun. Yes, I said fun.
And if I don't pick you?
Remember what I said earlier? Or it might be the last thing you ever forget. Hey, you look tired. Get some rest, sleep, maybe even sleep well if you can. Just try not to roll over to the about 15 feet to your left.
Finally alone. For real this time, maybe. You drift off to sleep again. Hopefully you're not poisoned. Oh, okay. That's disco flavored. So wait a second, where are we? This isn't. Oh, geez, it is. It's one of those reality show confessional rooms where all of the contestants talk directly to the camera. And the huntress says, I think today went real well. These were some of my first interactions with someone who isn't a parent that didn't end in bloodshed or ultimately perishing in my Russian cottage. So I'm counting today as a win no matter what happens. What do I think of the newcomer? Do I have to say, oh, I do. Okay, attractive, mysterious. I really don't know what meant that many other words since I was raised by my mom in the woods until she was skewered by an elk, and I had to wash her entrails off my sarafan. That being said, the other three should make sure to be on their guard. I don't know who this newcomer will want to spend time with tomorrow, but I, for one, will not let my guard down easily. Who knows about the others? Wraith, I think, knows more than he's letting on about this place, but he's a hard nut to crack. Meanwhile, Spirit is just screaming all the time, major buzzkill. And Trapper, ooh, where do I begin with Trapper? He's buff, sure, but daddy issues much? Sheesh. Look, I don't need anyone. I've been perfectly fine on my own since my mother died, and I eat a fine diet of raw deer, bear, and human, and I'm fit as a fiddle. That being said, something about this newcomer makes me think that I might be missing out on some huge part of this thing called life.
This is weird. I don't care enough to kill this person, but if anyone else wants to, I don't care enough to stop them. Might have to just kill Dwight to feel anything again. Yeah, today was fun. I don't want to get ahead of myself or really invest in something that might hurt me. So I don't know. Maybe we'll just see how it goes. Or maybe they'll realize I'm not the one for them. They seem pretty smart, so that's probably what'll happen. I gotta learn to go easy on myself. Who could love me if I can't love myself?
The Spirit says, I know that everyone thinks of me as a beautiful, cold-blooded monster. I can't help it. Circulation just isn't my thing. I don't choose to be cold. This cute hat and robe, okay, those are a choice, sure. If someone were to come around and capture my heart, at least that's being stabbed in it. At least that beats being stabbed in it. If I'm going to get bloody revenge on a society that has used me and thrown me away, maybe it wouldn't hurt to have a little help. I don't know, and I think the new day is a good time to take a short break. What do you think, Jingo?
I think so.
Alrighty, yeah, we've been at it for like an hour and a half. Just a reminder that we are streaming for charity. This is To Hell and Back for Charity by the Real Women of Gaming. Um, Yep, there we go. And that's the link to donate. If you choose to do so, then we do have some incentives over there. Uh, we can sing some lines. We can do that. We can pick who we go and date or not date. So there's options that affect our gameplay. Give us about 3 or 4 minutes or so, and then we will be back. Oh, nope, wrong button. There we go. And we're back. I had to step away a little longer than I expected. But these things happen. Alrighty. Of course, if you're just joining, what's up? I'm MartianKat. Jingo the Fool is here with me. And we are playing Hooked on You. This is the Dead by Daylight dating sim, where we actually get to date the killers from the game. And so far, I'm not sure who I'm feeling right now. I'm kind of thinking I like the Wraith just because he seems to be the nicest one. Trapper's kind of scary, which I would have expected. And I also like the Spirit. I like her kind of Emily Strange vibe. Alright. You open your eyes and the sun is shining. There is not a cloud in the sky, and you feel great. Well, totally well rested. You're not even suspicious of the fact that you fell asleep by the campfire, but woke up several yards down the beach. Wait, are you on vacation? Was yesterday nothing more than a strange dream? No, not a dream. You really are here for another day. Why? I have no idea. You're obviously a weirdo. Speaking of weirdos, I see the rest of the gang is hanging out on the beach. This is definitely not a dream. I wouldn't rule out a nightmare just yet, though. At least they make for a sexy bunch, no? The music in this game is just jamming. I love it. And talk about sexy, here comes Trickster carrying coffee. Morning, beautiful. I thought you might like a nice cup of joe to start this incredible day off right. Oh, that's mysterious coffee. I don't know if I'd want to touch that. The Trickster seems suspiciously cheerful, and I'm sure there's nothing nefarious behind his joyful demeanor, though. Everyone knows musicians are morning people. I also wanted to say, wish you luck. Today is an important one. My only regret is that I won't be a bigger part of it. Budgeting issues. Also, I am just swamped with engagements, especially on the other side of the island. Trickster winks at you. If you want to ask him how to reach the other island, now is the never mind, he left. Well, at least he brought me a cup of... No, wait, don't drink that! Morticia says, what the hell was that? They don't call him Trickster because he's good on a skateboard. And he definitely didn't get his name because he brings people drinks so they can have a good morning. That was almost certainly not coffee, and I don't want anyone casually poisoning, imprisoning, and torturing you yet. This is supposed to be a tropical paradise, the place you give a 5 out of 5, a 10 out of 10, 2 thumbs up review to, not an eternal prison of pain. And please, make sure to leave a review. It really helps with the algorithms. Just trust me. I'm looking out for you. So can we please move on? And the ocean says, hey, wait a second. How did a possibly omniscient, possibly unreliable narrator physically just knock that coffee out of your hand? This is not Parliament, and the floor does not recognize the ocean to speak out of turn at this moment. I need no recognition, for I am the ocean. I dominate the land. I submerge those who defy me and become their watery grave. Actually, speaking of graves, I would like to say something of grave importance. Even if this place is an eternal prison of pain. Prison of pain. You could say that like 5 times fast. And I'm not saying it is. Even a place of extreme horror can receive a 5 out of 5, 10 out of 10 thumbs up review if it was crafted with love, and or that's the type of thing you're into. You know, the ocean is right. A lot of hard work goes into a place like this. And you should really judge it on its artist's intent, and whenever possible, start from the mindset of giving them the benefit of the doubt. Constructing these elaborate simulations, vacations, is not easy to do. Sometimes there are some small bugs or inconsistencies, but that's just the nature of the process. Perfection is overrated. The universe is filled with mysteries. We ought to celebrate those who venture to bare their souls as part of the creative process with the ultimate intent of making things for our enjoyment, not be overly critical of them. And Morticia says, "Are you two trying to sell me on this place actually being good?" "You don't have to say it like that, especially after I saved you from that poorly made cup of coffee." And Claudette says, "Sorry, we should have been here 5 minutes ago." Dwight says, they always do this on the second morning." Claudette says, "Sad, really?"
Dwight says, "Even if they do make some great points."
"Oh, sure, they make great points, I agree." "Can we please move on?" Morticia asks. "Yes, of course. Apologies, Morticia."
The last few minutes aside, have you been enjoying your time on the island?
Yes, I'm not suspicious there's no option.
What an encouraging response.
Oh, we're so glad you're not suspicious.
Hey, Claudette, maybe Morticia isn't suspicious because they figured out what they're actually doing here.
Zero chance. They're still clicking, even right now, to see how you'll respond.
Hey, look at that. Yep, they don't know anything. It doesn't matter though, Morticia. We're so happy to hear you're having fun.
I didn't say I was having fun. We're all having fun, Morticia.
Do you hear us? We're all having fun.
We do need to ask you one more question, though. We all had to sign away our rights to say anything negative about this place.
Would you please sign this non-disparagement agreement?
No. No, I will not say anything negative about this island. You have my word that I, Morticia, agree with the terms of this verbal contract. Oh, wow. So regardless, you were going to say you weren't going to say
Perfect.
that anyway. That's so funny. I love it. Delightful.
Excellent.
Yes, yes. Hey, Morticia, it's still totally cool if you have constructive feedback. The place to leave that is in a positive review, because we all know that nobody reads negative reviews of games or resorts like this. Anyway, I see Dwight and Claudette have gone into a trance, and with the grumbling I hear from your belly, that can only mean one thing.
Breakfast.
Let's go eat. Perfect timing! Everyone rolls into the dining area to lard up those sexy little bellies with pancakes and bacon and... so much for maintaining those beach bods. We're all half naked in a tropical paradise. Can we get some strawberries here? A yogurt? Magic powers will only get you so far. Even killers watch their sodium intake. You take your plate and sit down, thinking about yesterday and the whirlwind of feelings you experienced. Danger, dread, disorientation. It was like going through puberty again, except all in one day on a beautiful and mysterious island. It looks like you're not the only one doing some introspection, though. Trapper stands up to talk about how his day went, in case anyone was wondering. Personally, I wasn't.
I can't imagine you could make me any angrier today than you did yesterday. But I really hope you do. I really, really hope you do. Unrelated, Did anyone see where I left my cleaver? Ha ha! Just kidding. I always know where my cleaver is.
Well, that was bizarre. Back to your Nope. Now Huntress steps up to talk about her feelings. At this point, anything can happen. I'm open to all the possibilities that this strange island has in store. How open-minded? Oh, well, that surely must be it. No one else would weirdly stand up during breakfast to... Oh, and just like that, here comes Spirit. Did everyone sleep well? I did. Or should I say did not? I haven't slept in 20 years on account of that whole burning quest for familiar revenge thing. And last night was no different. So in that case, it was exactly how it should be. I got a lot of reading done, though. And now, if you don't mind, I'm going to go back to quietly resenting being trapped here with you all while looking cute doing so. Guessing Wraith has had enough time to work up the courage to speak in front of a group. Ah, perfect. There he is. Take us home, Wraith.
Oh, hey, that was fun yesterday, huh? But I mean, not like too much fun. That would be weird, but like a good amount.
Let's... Okay.
Of fun.
Now they're all looking at you expectantly. Wait, are you supposed to stand up and explain how yesterday made you feel? Morticia says, I think I need to process everything by myself. I'll see you all soon. Damn, what a power play. Keep them wanting more. You're getting good at this game, sexy true-to-life experience. Shame you didn't get to eat any breakfast, but so be it. After breakfast, you head to the hot tub by yourself to clear your head. Yesterday... One moment. Okay, sorry. Let's see. After breakfast, you head to the hot tub by yourself to clear your head. Yesterday was, in short, a lot. Oh, yeah. Yep, lock that. Hold on, you guys. We got some weirdness happening outside. Okay, so sorry about that. There was some wildness happening in our apartment complex and we had to handle that. Alright. We have returned. Before you get there, though, something catches your attention. And Morticia says, "You hear that?" And the narrator says, "Who are you addressing? Me?" Oh, everything's fine with us, but there's some shouting and wildness going on upstairs, so in the building across from us. It's not happening here in our building. But it was loud enough that it was shaking our apartment, so we had to do something about that. Morticia says, "Well, yeah, I guess. That is okay, right? You know, I might be pursuing a relationship with one of these four fine killers, but it feels like the person I'm getting to know the most is you, narrator." It's only okay in so much as it serves to illustrate that you've lost your mind, seeing how I'm not real and all. Yeah, I heard it this time. I think it's coming from behind the pool shed.
No, stick it in there. A little more, a little more. Oh yeah, that's it. Yes.
How does it feel?
Intense.
Nice.
Yeah, that feels right.
This is uncomfortable. Now I want you to take that and put it right. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
Just like that?
Exactly like that. And the narrator says, "I swear I had no idea these two even do whatever it is they're doing. I'm afraid to look. Please say something so they know you're close by and can hear everything." Morticia says, "Oh, wow! Look at this super cool bottle of Trickster brand suntan lotion someone left on a chair. Anyone know where I can buy some?" Claudette says, "Damn it."
Oh, come on, a little privacy, please.
Oh, wow, okay. Dwight is panting, and Claudette has a crazed look in her eyes. "Sorry, I didn't know how else to let you know I was here, and that I could hear you, well, you know." "No what? What do you think we were doing?" "You were doing? I don't know exactly what you were doing, but it sounded like, fun." "You think two people trying to find new ways to kill each other in a desperate search to make their own death permanent is fun?" Oops.
We get 5 minutes to ourselves every day, and we spend it hoping if we stab each other in just the right spot, we won't get resurrected.
I've come to believe that the key is finding the exact place we need to bleed out from, and I believe that place is our appendix. Why else would it be there? "Oh yeah, makes sense to me," the narrator says. "Did you actually think we were... me and him? Dwight?"
You don't have to laugh that hard. They get it. My life is a nightmare, and yet somehow it's never been worse than right now.
Let's go, lover boy. I noted all our entry wounds and our 5 minutes is up anyway. Good luck, Morticia. You're going to need it.
Hey, if you figure out how to escape this island, please make sure your ghost tells us how.
That was both a tragedy and a comedy. A cragmedy. Shut up, I like it. Anyway, where were we? Oh yeah. You're heading to the hot tub by yourself to clear your head. Yesterday was, in short, a lot. So far, today has been exhausting too. But you're dedicated to achieving a true centered sense of calm. No drama, no bullshit, just soaking up sun in a heated pool. Today, you're on a date with you.
Ooh, I like that. I want to be on a date with me. Who would make the first move?
And aside from that disturbing thought, all is going to plan until a shadow blocks your precious sun. Spiky tipped like a palm tree is bending over to screw with you. But it's no tree at all. It's...
Breakfast is weird, huh? Everyone just getting up and announcing how they're feeling. What's that about? Some kind of forced check-in with the group? I don't like it. Fishy. Kinda lazy. Whatever though, breakfast is dumb. No one should eat before noon or after 4 p.m. Yeah, I do intermittent fasting. You see my abs, by the way? Maybe you can see them later at my private stage on the other island. You know, IP Island, where all the Hollywood subs hang out. If you play your cards right, I can give you a private show.
Uh-oh, Trey Naughty.
Got you round.
His abs are pretty amazing. Gotta give him that. And the blow-up bat, threatening but adorable, makes it for an interesting silhouette. Genius design. He's a psychopath like the rest of them. You don't gotta give him anything. And we're not best friends just because we had a little talk about doing a little talking. It's not an open invitation to go smashing the fourth wall every 5 seconds. Okay, now that that guy is gone, and we've got some ground rules established that we're definitely going to abide by, it's time to lay back, take some deep, slow breaths, and... Nope, another shadow. These people will not leave you alone! Let's see who it is this time. Oh, it's Wraith. That checks out. The two of you have gotten pretty cozy.
Hi, I'm sorry if this is too forward, but do you want to get out of here? I know a place that it's kind of, it's got, well, it's hard to explain. Actually, it's kind of weird. You know what? If you want to go somewhere else with someone else, I totally understand. But if you want to go see something weird and interesting, let me know, I guess.
You've been around Wraith long enough to realize that this rambling speech was actually him being incredibly brave and asking you out. But before you can decide if you want to go off with Wraith, the Huntress interjects. Hey, just wanted to give you a chance to head out with me to a cute beach house instead of wherever this guy is going to take you. He'll probably read you some poetry and force you to learn Petrov's chest defense. I mean, if you want to learn about some other Russian moves, I've got you covered. Does she mean? I'm talking about Borinya, the traditional Russian folk dance. You all have your minds in the gutter. And if I'm honest, I love it! Tough choice. You weigh your options quickly because you can only go on one date today, and you also don't want to be hacked to pieces for saying the wrong thing. It's always good to remember that these are all cold-blooded killers, but you know what they say, when life gives you lemons, you make lemonade. And then die a horrible, retching, writhing death after drinking it because the lemons were poisoned all along. Chris says, "Lady, my mind lives in the gutter." I know, right? I mean, that was what I thought she was saying. Sorry, this island has got me a little tilted. So who will it be? I don't know. I'm still feeling the Wraith vibe. I gotta go with Wraith. Uh-oh. Did he not want me to pick him? Wraith?
Yeah.
I picked you.
Sorry, I stopped paying attention, and then I thought I was hallucinating, and now, Really?
Yes, really.
Ooh! Here's my island hangout. It's what I call the cosmic dump. I know, it's one of those first draft gonna change it later names. It just kind of sticks.
Dump is being kind. It's a massive collection of seemingly ancient ruins that simultaneously appear to have been recently abandoned. And a little beat up. There are stone obelisks, strange carvings, ritual tables. Is that a car?
It's pretty weird. Like a collection of things from different, places?
You look around in awe, and then look at Wraith, expecting more of an explanation. There is a very long, very awkward pause. I'm gonna break the silence, because I don't think Wraith is gonna talk much. So how?
What's your...
Just as you decided to talk, Wraith also worked up the courage to say something. How adorably awkward. You both stop talking and wait a second and then start talking again at the same time. This is hard to watch. Next thing you know, you both start nervously laughing at how awkward this is. Wraith is finally making some eye contact with you. And after what seems like an eternity, Wraith finally manages an entire sentence. Hey, Mordo.
So, what brings you to the island?
Always good to see Mordo in the chat. Yep, I will. I'm just doing this. Let's see. Well, he already told us what this place was. So what brings you to the island? I don't know, really. So I have no idea. I have no idea. An honest answer. Wraith lights up, the most excited you've seen him, because he did say he liked honesty.
Me neither.
And that's all he's got for you. This guy is a hard nut to crack. Wraith looks at you with his always sad puppy dog eyes, searching for something to say, anything to talk about, and he clears his throat.
You remember my bell? I showed it to you yesterday.
Of course. And Wraith pulls it out. The bell, you perv.
Well, I just think it's really nice you picked me to hang out with, and
It's the bing bong. Wraith gives it to you. The bell. He gives you the bell. Get your mind out of the gutter, jeez.
I want you to have it. Please, take care of it. You know how much it means to me.
I promise I'll take such good care of it. This is the sweetest gift. Wraith smiles, but even when smiling, his eyes seem sad. And your smile back, knowing what a gift he's just given you. I mean, it's kind of shitty, because you can't really do anything with it, but it means a lot. Not to you, though, to someone else. Still, cool gift. You both search for something to say, anything to talk about. And during the awkward silence, you look around the dump, spotting some kind of ritual table, stained with blood and littered with various bottles. Nearby is what looks like some dangerous potions. What was this ancient cult up to? Ooh, look at that. Looking to shake up this date? Is this a date? Yikes. Anyway, looking to shake it up, you approach the potions and pick up the fanciest one. So what will you do next? Mix them. You take the potions and start mixing them, and Wraith will probably like a science lesson, right? Your new mixture starts to smoke as Wraith's eyes go wild. The glass explodes, taking out the other bottles in a domino effect of highly poisonous liquid and tiny sharp shrapnel. Wraith closes his eyes, and you run up to him and shield him from the explosion.
Wow, you certainly know how to make sparks fly.
Whoa, Wraith with the double entendre? Kinda lame, but I'll take it. Wraith nervously smiles. It's endearingly awkward.
So, I guess, tell me about your family.
What does this button do? Well, Anonymous, thank you so much for that $20 donation. We appreciate it. Thank you. Brings us up to, I believe, $7.50. I remember my parents. Yes, that is amazing. $750 for a $1,000 goal. Wow. I mean, this has just been so wild to even think about how this has happened. Huh? No. Should it have? Okay. How do you donate? There is a link right there in the chat. Yeah, the $25 you gave is just to the channel, I believe. Okay. Hey, it's all good, Mordo. I remember my parents, they were always fighting. Wraith sighs, one of those long Wraith sighs. Take your time, babe.
At least your parents were around. I'd give anything to have spent more time with mine, even if they were fighting.
Yeah, so I guess that's what the elevated chat does. The elevated chat does is, you know, you put an amount of money and it's given to the family, I'm guessing? Yeah, that's how I'm thinking it works. And it just pins what you said up to the top of the chat until the timer runs out. Ouch! Can't win with this guy, the narrator says. The sexual tension in the air is palpable. Or maybe it's just regular tension. Hard to tell with this guy, and you look around for anything to distract. Were you working on something? I didn't want to click ahead if you were... Okay. It is a beautiful night. Hoping it might turn into something a little more hands-on, you lay back and look at the stars. Wraith joins you and starts soliloquying? Yeah, soliloquying about the constellation. For your $20 donation. Hey, we're at $7.70 now. Woo! If there's anything that you'd like to see, you let us know. Since you donated.
Oh, I thought about it, but I'm just gonna let the donation go to you without making these things.
I mean, I'll do it if you want. I'll do it.
Nah.
Okay.
I can see pretty well in the dark, so I'm pretty good at picking stars out. How about you? You think you can take me on a constellation trivia?
Feeling invigorated by this slightly flirtatious challenge, you smirk playfully at Wraith. I've learned a lot laying on my back, looking up at the sky, that is.
Okay, well, let's see how many of these questions you get right.
Deal.
Question the first. This constellation roughly translates to sea whale and is located in a region of the sky alongside other water-related constellations.
Oh my. This constellation roughly translates to sea whale and is
I
located...
can tell you for a fact the Big Dipper
It's
is
not the
not
Big
the
Dipper.
name of a constellation.
No, it is not. Aquarius? Wraith chuckles.
Nope, it's okay. Maybe you just need to warm up.
I was gonna pick Cetus, but I wasn't 100% on that.
Okay, question the second. What do we call the constellations located in the ecliptic or path of the sun?
Located in the ecliptic, or the path of the sun.
Zodiac? I don't know.
We're guessing. The Zodiac? Wraith shrugs. Oh man. The ones that sound the weirdest are like, I'm not picking it.
Okay, you got it. That was a pretty easy one.
Oh, okay. I was like, wait, is that wrong?
Last question. Question the third. This constellation was first described by Nicolas Louis de Lacaille and roughly translates to pendulum clock.
I'm gonna go Fornax.
No, Fornax was described by Lacaille as, but it means furnace in Latin.
Oh, okay.
It is my favorite constellation name, though.
Mine too. That's why I picked it. Even though Wraith clearly sees through you, still make him smile. Wow, you didn't do so hot at Constellation Trivia. Someone's clearly never considered their place in the universe.
That was fun. Thank you.
You feel like you're finally warming up Wraith, so you unleash the big guns. So, you want to play Truth or Dare? Wraith looks mortified, but tries to keep it together. Maybe this is progress.
I guess so, but only if I can ask first.
Deal.
Truth or Dare?
What do you think, y'all? Truth or Dare?
Dare.
Thinking Dare? Thinking Dare sounds fun. Alright, Dare it is. I'll take a Dare, why not?
I dare you to tell me if you were a plant, what kind of plant you would be.
Ooh, that's a good question. Great question. Wraith smiles. You're such a kiss ass. A rhododendron. Those colorful, beautiful blossoms bring me joy. They make me explode with energy and feel alive inside. A very flowery description. thought it was funny. I don't think Rafe cared for it, though. Too bad you can't woo me. You can't.
Gross.
If you could date anyone else on the island, who would it be? Wraith buries his face in his hands, so embarrassed. I'm sorry, what was that? He looks up at you stone-faced.
I hate this game.
Whoa, buddy, I get it. This is pretty weird and kind of slapdash, but there's no need for insults. A lot of people work very hard on... Oh, he's talking about Truth or Dare, not hooked on you. Never mind, as you were. You let out a loud but friendly laugh. Sorry, that's the game. Here, I'll go. And if I wasn't here, I'd be on a date with Spirit. Wraith blushes and smiles, honestly impressed he can continue to blush even more. How has he not passed out?
Oh, this is a date?
Now it's your turn to blush. Yeah? Wraith smiles and looks up for a few seconds and then...
I'd pick Spirit too. Maybe Claudette, but she and Dwight might be seeing each other. I don't know.
You both laugh, and guess what? It's not even awkward. Wraith clears his throat. And in that way, a lazy writer would make him do if they wanted to signify something important and different was coming up. Let's see if we're right.
Do you have my bell? I want to show you something.
We were right. Take a drink. Is this not a drinking game? Damn, missed opportunity. Morticia says, of course I have it. I mean, you just gave it to me. You reach for it, but it's gone. Wraith furrows his brow. I swear I had it. I don't know what could have happened.
We'll need to find it. But
Claudette and Dwight burst in and interrupt. Seems like they have a very dramatic announcement. We have a very dramatic announcement! See, I told you so.
But it needs to take place on the beach.
You arrive at the beach, but something feels off. You can't quite put your finger on it, but you feel uneasy and cold. And here's why. The Spirit appears as if from nowhere. Hey, Morticia. Bet you didn't expect to see this hot piece of sass. What goth girlfriends can't make silly, sexy puns from time to time? Dwight and Claudette scram. Yeah, I used these two simpletons to dupe you. You're easy to dupe. Maybe because deep down you wanted to be duped. There's no way Wraith can be keeping you happy. The Spirit's usual disaffected nature has given way to some combination of disgusted and desperation. And it's kind of working. Wraith's a fake. He's not even a real ghost. He only pretends he doesn't want people to care about him. But really, that's all he wants. And he wants it more than anything. Can you imagine wanting something so cringe? But I bet he won't even tell you his theory about this island. What a fake. You deserve to be with someone real. A real ghost. Someone who really doesn't give a shit. Someone who doesn't even care if you say yes or no to me. I'm not gonna answer that. You see through her desperate last-minute attempt to win your affection. It's almost sad. You turn around and walk back to Wraith without so much as saying a word. Oh, uh-oh. I don't know. I think we might have, we might have lost some points with the Spirit.
You came back. No one ever comes back.
Wraith is shook. Are those tears welling up in his eyes? You can't tell because he looks away. There's a sniffle, and he looks back at you beaming.
I want to show you something.
You follow Wraith to a corner of the ruins that you haven't seen, and he brushes aside some dead leaves and branches, revealing a hatch in the ground.
Want to do the honors?
You open the hatch with some effort and lower yourself into a long tunnel, grabbing onto a rusty ladder and beginning your descent.
Be careful.
You descend into a spooky, dimly lit room. It looks like an ancient ritual chamber with torches and tapestries, engraved skulls and animal remains. On one end is a set of intricately carved locks and cuff mechanisms on a wall. A torture area? On the other side is a table with potions, books, and maps. I'm gonna look at the book. You pick up one of the larger leather-bound books and Wraith walks over, opening to a specific page. You see incantations, symbols, a drawing of someone chained to a wall. A different language you can't read except for the words Cult of the Black Veil. Conveniently, those words are in exactly the language you can read.
From everything I found, I think these are the ruins of an ancient cult. They seem to be devoted to some type of sentient evil.
Interesting.
That can't be good.
Nope.
I think they use this island, or maybe the person they worship did. And I think they use this ritual site to travel to and from the island. I think they sacrifice people on this torture wall in order to open some portal out of here.
Ooh. Look at the wall. You walk over to the wall and examine the chains and locks. It looks like some kind of torture wall. Wow, what happened to the people here? Did they keep prisoners?
It's like they were tortured, but from what I've been able to dig up, it was something more. Ritualistic, serving a larger purpose. I have reason to believe those prisoners weren't alive for long.
Look at the map. You unfurl one of the largest rolled up pieces of canvas, revealing a detailed map of the island. It's all here. Trapper's Cave, Spirit's Lighthouse, Huntress's Cabin. All the common areas, even IP Island up in the corner with little hearts drawn around it.
I figured out the layout of the entire island. I need to know what it is I'm trying to escape from.
Do you think the Cult of the Black Veil is still around? Are we in danger?
I don't know, maybe, but I have a plan. All we need...
And right as you're finally about to get some of that sweet, sweet information you've been lusting after, Claudette and Dwight pop in again. This time, they swear it's a good reason. I promise we're not being manipulated this time, honest!
It's time for dinner, you silly gooses. Come on, get some food.
Dwight, for the last time, the plural of goose is geese!
Sorry, I keep forgetting.
The whole, Claudette and Dwight interjections, that's just too funny. What a fun day you've been having. I could see it written all over your face. You're shining! And that's not just the remaining anxious sweat from spending an afternoon courting a psycho killer. No, you are really feeling this whole romantic experience. Don't worry, I'll keep your dirty little secrets. But enough gentle ribbing. It's time to get back to business. All the appetizing singles have arrived for dinner, including Trickster. Wraith is here too. And we're not going to do the gag where we cram all of them on screen at the same time again. So just believe me, they're all here. And they're just as sexy and demented as you remember them. With your love on the line, everyone is being very careful not to offend you by saying the wrong thing. Congrats, by the way, on getting this far. I'm as surprised as you are that these 4 are falling for you. No, not because of your personality, but because you just met them yesterday. However, since Trapper seems like the biggest long shot to end up holding onto your heart, he throws caution to the wind and speaks up. It's a pretty small consolation prize for being the least loved killer on Murderer's Island, but hey, letting them have this one moment in the spotlight is the least we can do, and heaven knows they won't do any better than that.
If I'm dining solo, I'm eating what I want, and you're all eating it too. Lamb shank, rare, salt, pepper, no sauces allowed, and serve it with one single piece of broccoli. So wait, whatever his name is, won't complain. I like broccoli.
That's alright.
It gives me horrible gas. Oh, I don't like that. Buddy, when do you smell what rare lamb does to my bowels? It's awesome.
Oh, dang.
Dwight says, dinner will be served shortly, but certain power brokers would like to know about your day.
Would you like to share your day with the rest of the group? You've had an interesting day, that's for sure, but how will you describe it to the others? Say too much or too little, and it could affect your standing with the group. Morticia says nothing. Okay, but don't just sit there saying nothing. Nothing is not an option. Just say you had a great time. It was fun. We had a great time. We played Constellation Trivia, and the whole thing left me starry-eyed. Everyone rolls their eyes. Talk about sexy. No, really, if you're gonna tell us a story, tell us about something sexy instead of whatever that was. Wraith smiles. You're strangely good at getting him to do that. Dwight and Claudette bring out dinner. Everyone eats in silence, and no one trusts anyone now. And they're all very tired. Oh, wait. No, sorry. There's a dreary supernatural horror thriller set in Antarctica, and not a charming parody dating sim set in an undisclosed tropical paradise. Bony appetiti! Don't you mean bone?
No, almost everything we serve has a lot of bones in it, even the vegetables.
Impossible to avoid on this island. Everyone eats without speaking. Tensions are rising, both of the sexual and deadly variety. When everyone finishes, Dwight and Claudette come back to clean up the table. They linger around you as they pick up your plate, take your napkin, and dust crumbs off the table. What would you like to say to the servants? Or thank them? Your top-notch service is much appreciated. In fact, here. For us? Just for doing our jobs? I think they got a tip, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
Thank you kindly.
Everyone, if you would please be so kind as to follow us to the fire pit, we'd greatly appreciate it. We've been told something big is going to happen, and something that will change everything.
You can go willingly or you can go unwillingly. You have no choice. Tough cookies. Did you have a choice on how you said that, dweeb? Yes, and I immediately regret how I did.
The spirit says, Good. Something needs to change around here. Fire is rebirth. And the huntress says, fire illuminates the soul.
I hope fire isn't too smoky. Smoke hurts my eyes. I have pretty sensitive eyes. I'm also horribly afraid of it. The fire, I mean, not my eyes. Because of childhood trauma involving fire.
Finally, everyone starts moving toward the fire pit, only to get away from Wraith's complaining. You take a seat on a comfortable log, feeling the fire's heat against your skin, and wait for other killers to take their places. Wondering who will want to tell a story this time. Will narrator tell a story? Bet they've got a stunningly creative mind. Hey, you think? Are they simply allowed to simply place thoughts in my mind like this? Doesn't seem fair. Everyone makes their way in, but something unexpected happens. Nothing. Nothing happens. Something almost always seems to be happening here, and so nothing is probably not a great sign. Morticia is speechless. Oh, cool. And now everyone is looking at you. So, do something. Should I pick someone to tell a story, or could we play charades or boggle?
Well, we were actually thinking, why don't you tell us a story?
Wraith points his spine and skull staff thingamajig at you. You duck out of its way. Who knows what that thing can do? Probably shoot lasers.
Try not to bore us.
We're just very interested in you. Don't speak for me, Huntress! Now you can't tell if you're warm from the fire or if it's your nerves heating up.
I know that the fire is right here, but maybe if we stop talking about it all the time, we can start to pretend it's not here and doesn't, threaten to burn us all alive.
Sorry, my ear was itching there. He's not supposed to hear me. Get out of here, Wraith! Morticia was about to make an important decision about telling a story or not. Should we tell the story?
Yeah.
Alright. Sure, I'm game to tell a story.
I hope it's a mystery.
Okay. So, what type of story do you want to tell? That's a tough one. That's a tough choice. An adventure story, okay. Alright. You like your Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson movies, how about some adventure? Now we're talking. Sorry, Trapper.
Now we're talking. It's not my favorite, but I respect your choice and will nod politely.
You don't have to say that, Wraith. Just nod politely. Okay, ready. Here it goes. I really like to go fishing. Hunter says, solid hobby. Great foundation for a story for sure. You pause. Everyone is waiting with bated breath. No pun intended. Oh wait, that's it? That's not much of a story. Barely even a thought. My pun was better than that story. You sure that that's all you have? No, I was just kidding. So what type of story do you want to tell? Oh, okay. I love a good romance, the soft, gentle kind that you can bring your kids to without worrying that you're really going to screw them up. And the spirit says, boo! In case you were confused, that was not like I'm a ghost boo. That was just a you suck boo. Once was the newly elected Prime Minister in England. He was single, which was quite strange for a leader of his stature. Over the first few months of his tenure, he started to fall for one of his assistants, a girl from the wrong side of the tracks. She was so different from the other girls, brash and adorable with a hint of vulnerability. And after the President of the United States made a move on her during one of his visits, he had her sent away.
I'm sorry. Did you steal this from a popular Christmas movie? You watch Christmas movies? Obviously, they're the only thing on TV in December. I have all the streaming subscriptions, but I still really love flipping channels.
And the huntress says, I want to know what happens to the Prime Minister. Do they end up together and start a family? If this doesn't end in revenge, I'm leaving.
When do people get tortured in a warehouse?
It's not that kind of movie.
Oh.
He was so disappointed. That didn't go well. Never plagiarize a masterpiece. Okay, that was not a very good story. I don't mean to insult you, but it was actually quite bad. Sorry, but this narrator keeps it real. We can't just end there. So who else would you like to hear a story from tonight? You look from killer to killer, trying to decide who would be the most entertaining. Well, we heard Trapper's story. So let's go with Wraith.
Well, I guess if you want, let's see, what story could I tell? I could tell you about Mami Water, a beautiful African sea goddess who would lure men in with sex and then reveal her true form as half woman, half fish, making them swear to be true to her and no one else. Long story short, usually ended bad for the men. Which is the end of the story, I guess. My bad. Let's see. That one about the mysterious cult that would demand a human sacrifice to, no, that's no good. You don't want to hear that one. There's the living tree. Its branches were more like tentacles, and it oozed a strange liquid from its bark.
Ooh.
One time, a girl I knew drank the liquid. She disappeared that night. But a week later, a new tree appeared. It had a very familiar-looking face etched into the bark. No, that's a bad story. That could never happen. What about something truly horrifying? One time I was doing my math, and I mixed up the quadratic equation and the Pythagorean theorem.
I'm still trying to figure out, like, where is he going with that?
Just for a second, in my mind, I guess I was tired, but wow, that was really scary. I want to hear more about that half-fish lady, particularly the fish part.
Oh, jeez. It's not just you, Morticia. Half the time, I have no idea what the hell Trapper is talking about either. When you're hot and rich and extremely scary, you start to think people will just accept whatever you say.
How was story time? A lot of people like to take pot shots at sequels, but I think every good story deserves a follow-up.
When you think it's the end, the sequel is almost never as rewarding as the original. That's why I'm much more a fan of the episodic series of storytelling. Knowing it's a series takes a lot of pressure off of any individual installment and builds a greater sense of community between audience and creator.
Tell me, Morticia, if you could delete any sequel from existence, what would it be? Highlander 2.
Ha! Claudette says, don't answer that. We don't actually care. We're just here to make sure that we seamlessly move on to the next segment of the evening.
God forbid my small talk get in the way of a romantic twilight moment.
Dwight, I'm gonna need you to shut your yap trap. You know that we need to get back to that thing we do whenever we're not whenever we're not on screen.
Oh, okay. You have fun tonight and try not to end up dead.
Why did you say the words wink wink out loud? And what kind of double entendre are you getting at with the whole end up dead thing? Dwight is physically incapable of winking, not since the accident, and you do know that all of these people are despicable criminals with double-digit kill counts, right?
Well, except for Spirit. She really doesn't belong here. She's strictly a victim, not a perpetrator. No wonder she's pissed. Did I hear someone trash talking Spirit? Feel mean! What do you say we take this talk to the hot tub so I can soak this bard while I roast that ghost with some killer hot takes? Please, I'm not talking burns, things that'll lit or getting blazed. It's enough if these activities have to be set next to a literal fire. Must I be surrounded by figurative flames as well?
No, my.
Why don't we turn around as far away from this place as we could? Just you and me.
On those spindly legs, you'd probably tire before you got too far. If it's running away to someplace more secluded, Morticia is after. They should obviously join me. Have you seen these legs? Pure power. Not that my walk speed really reflects my giant stature, but that's because I choose to move slowly for stealthy reasons. It's my own choice, and it's completely logical. Why is everyone so obsessed with comparing themselves to each other and creating drama? I'm so over all that. Don't you get it? Society wants to trick you into fighting with each other so that corporations can swoop in and sell you fake solutions to all your fabricated problems. I'll be sitting in the shade and drinking something locally sourced while thumbing through a public domain novella printed on recycled paper because I refuse to play their game anymore.
Like she's actively trying to be as unappealing as possible. Does it really turn anyone else on or just me?
Despite Trapper's insatiable appetite, it seems his attention, along with the attention of everyone else, is still on you for the moment.
You could, I don't know, just pick one of us. Maybe we could all move on with our lives or, some kind of special projects we might have going.
You heard him. Who will it be? And who will you head off with for an evening activity? I'm just saying, you may not get a ton of chances to date around like this before your time on Murderer's Island comes to a close. And no, I'm not satisfied with that name either, but with this streaming reality TV dating show boom happening, it's pretty much all that was taken. Or that wasn't taken. So which killer will you pick? And yes, we're back to excluding Trickster because, that guy. Should we give the Spirit a chance? Spirit? Spirit says, oh, you picked me, yay! Sorry, that was rude of me. I despise phoniness, so I should be honest with you. You make for very interesting company, and I love the idea of winning over these other killers at all costs, even when I hate the game and the prize, but I had a long day. Bloating, subverting expectations, grinding my teeth is, as I imagine, sweet, sweet revenge. It takes a lot out of me. So, don't stop bringing your A game, all right? It might seem like I hate everything, and getting to really know who I am is an impossible task. Not worth trying, but too bad. You won't know unless you search deep inside yourself and bring everything you've got. Or just say the exact right thing at the right time and melt my cold heart in an instant. I don't know the rules here any better than you do. See you at the bar, I guess. You arrive at the bar to find Dwight and Claudette both holding cocktail shakers surrounded by a bevy of bottles for assorted boozes.
Ready?
To get wasted!
You remind me of Team Rocket.
Oh, Spirit says, well, I don't drink, so not me. Morticia says, you really don't drink? Ever? Is that because it will just fall out of a hole in your stomach thing, or? I don't drink alcohol because alcohol is poison of the body and the mind, and I don't need to act like a fool to have a good time.
Then why did you choose a mixology lesson as your romantic nighttime activity?
Everyone knows this kind of date is just an excuse to get loaded up on booze and make terrible decisions.
It's true, not a single person has ever learned anything at one of these.
Dwight, now that's not true. You'd learned how to tie a cherry knot in a stem using only your tongue.
Whoa, whoa. Who ordered the soda with a splash of my private business? Because that's off menu.
Well, I know what I'm drinking to forget then. Spirit says, mixology is a real thing, and it doesn't require alcohol to be interesting. I'll have you all know that I worked in a restaurant before I was violently executed. By your father? Claudette says.
On whom you will have your bloody vengeance. Right. Well, so be it.
How about you, Morticia? Do you drink? Yep. Well, with all due respect to Spirit, I don't personally have anything against a little bit of alcohol. And this is a resort, I think. And I'm on vacation, I guess. So bring on the booze.
I was afraid you'd say that. You see,
if you and Spirit have different dietary restrictions, that means we gotta make 2 different drinks with 2 different sets of ingredients.
and that's like double the work for the same amount of pay, which is already 0, for a job we both hate.
What do you say? Would one of you maybe bend your will just a teensy little bit to make life easier on us?
No.
The Spirit says no!
Okay, your position is firm. I feel you. Morticia, be a pal.
Well, what do you think? We gotta get this show on the road. Stick with our answer or ask the Spirit to reconsider? You heard that the customer is always right, haven't you? Well, technically, that's me, I think. A good bartender juggles lots of drinks at once for hours at a time. I think the 2 of you together can handle splitting 1 simple lesson in 2. Chop, chop! Spirit rolls her eyes as you explain Claudette and Dwight's jobs to Claudette and Dwight's faces. Wow, how generous of you, Morticia. If you didn't explain what bartending was, I don't know how any of us would survive another night on this island. Spirit asks, why are you so desperate to get drunk? Is my company not intoxicating enough? Morticia says, well, when you put it like that, I feel a bit foolish. Just a bit? I'd say you've gotten off easy. Claudette and Dwight return with double the bottles, double the glasses, and an entire cart filled with additional ingredients.
Don't worry, we've redesigned the entire class around your new requirements. We won't let you down.
You know what? I've changed my mind. We could skip the alcohol and just have a a mocktail demo instead. You hear a slight cracking sound as Claudette grips one of the bottles she just dragged over to the bar to satisfy your original request. Claudette says, "Gosh, how gracious of you."
So, lovebirds, what drink shall we make?
That's a good question. Oh, good. They give us options. I'm like, I don't know.
A Bloody Mary.
A Bloody Mary sounds like it might as well be the official drink of Murderer's Island here. How about that? You turn around to see Claudette holding a mirror up to your face.
Bloody Mary.
Bloody Mary. Candles flare and a warm wind begins to swirl around you. The sky goes black. A dark shadow appears behind you. Before you know what's happening, you're in a trance and you've joined in the chant. Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary. You feel a hand on your shoulder. The darkness begins to wrap around you. Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary.
Bloody Mary.
A loud crash interrupts the chant, and when you blink your eyes, you see that Spirit has unsheathed her spectral katana and sliced the mirror in two. Shards stick out of the sand at your feet. Excuse me? What kind of asshole goes and summons a new ghost when they got a perfectly good one with them on a date already? Yeah, Spirit is the brother there. I mean, it's not the Spirit. Summons a new ghost. Or just says, "I'm sorry, I don't know what came over me." Typical. They all say that, don't they? Claudette says, "Amen, sister." And Spirit says, "I'll just have a Sprite." You see the dark form of Bloody Mary herself fly off into the sky, joining an approaching storm cloud that's making its way in from over the ocean. And before you can pivot to a different drink suggestion, lightning strikes a palm tree on the beach and it immediately starts a fire. The activity ends abruptly as Claudette and Dwight usher the two of you away from the bar. The gang's all together again on the volleyball court. Seems like only yesterday you were sitting on the sidelines watching everyone get sweaty. That's because it was? Boy, feels like I've been here a lot longer than that, actually. It's so late that the sun is already beginning to rise. Better get this over with quickly so that I mean you, can get some beauty rest. I do not recommend the eternal damnation of perpetual narratordom. Good thing you've really used your time well since then. Really getting to know the gang, the brain, the mogul, the basket case, the psychotic bunny girl, you know, the 4 types of people. Anyway, everyone is gathered on the volleyball court for a new type of game. Pitch your dream date and see who Morticia chooses. Who's ready for a round robin? And the Huntress says, "How round are we talking?"
No, not to eat, Huntress.
Each killer gets 2 minutes to tell you about the dream date they have planned for you tomorrow.
In no particular order, which is a weird thing to mention, right? Almost like the order does matter. Trapper, why don't you go first? You think you deserve it, even if in this case, it's a subtle dig.
But it says, "Stop talking." Trapper, without further ado, would you like to make us all uncomfortable by pushing the boundaries of what's acceptable, not only in polite society, but within the narrative of this in-world event, and also the larger meta-narrative of a Dead by Daylight dating experience?
Sometimes you just gotta say it. Wow, yes, thank you. I love you. So, Morticia, you're thinking of picking me? Well, this is your final warning. Pick me and be punished and rewarded. Tomorrow will suck, probably. I'm not an easy guy to get along with. I know that. But I can tell you this much. I'm hiding a secret on this island that will make fans shit themselves with excitement.
Okay, I'm curious now.
If you like Trapper, you're gonna love it. And if not, you're a maggot. Also, everyone, even confident, sexy ladies in a rabbit mask, better stay the hell away from my yacht. Hit us, Spirit.
Claudette says, figuratively, damn it, Dwight, you gotta watch your words with these people. And the Spirit says, tomorrow, you'll spit in the face of God, die and be reborn anew.
That's it?
If you're not intrigued by that, I don't want you. Go draw crayon art with Trapper or dig up whatever mysteries with Rafe. I don't know what those guys do all day. Do you want to at least specify which god you'll be spitting in the face of? And the Spirit says, all of them!
Okay then. So hydrate tonight if you intend to hang with Spirit.
Great. Huntress, why don't you take it from there? Tomorrow morning, I'm planning on a nice atmospheric breakfast on the yacht. Don't worry, Trapper won't even know it's gone. What was that? Nothing? Go away. Then boy, oh boy, I've got such an adventure planned. It involves hunting for treasure.
What kind of treasure we looking for?
Guess you'll have to pick me to find out. Just let me tell you, it's primo stuff. Now, if you don't mind, I've got to start preparing, because it's clear already that you're going to pick me. Claudette says, confident, mysterious, I like it.
Sorry. Anyway, Wraith? Well, I don't know. I'd really prefer just to tell Morticia privately. I don't really know how that's going to work with these game mechanics.
What if you just whispered it to Morticia? Wraith considers this for a long moment. Too long.
That's fine.
Without moving, Wraith lowers his voice to a barely audible whisper.
Tomorrow, we have to find my pal. And then I can finally tell you about what I've been working on. It's going to be really special, kind of thing where we will really bond. And maybe finally get off this island. And then maybe we can go on a real date.
Ooh.
You done? Is that it?
Wraith nods, proud. And time's up, everyone. Gosh, you'll need to dream about these options so you're ready to choose in the morning.
Now, go dream about all those wound-worthy options so that you're ready to make a choice come dawn.
Have a swell night. Did you two forget to mention something?
Oh gosh, how could we forget? Before you run off to slumber peacefully, there's one more thing to do.
No, reality survival dating competition parody would be complete without singling out one of our contestants who is already teetering on the edge of a psychological break. and giving them a little push. Sorry. Morticia says, hold up. Has this been a survival dating competition parody this entire time, and I'm just now finding out about this? Come on, the signs were there. You just didn't read them.
Welcome to Murderer's Island.
It's now time to eliminate one of the killers. Oof, it's like a butchering, but it hurts even worse.
Can't kill a killer, but you can break their heart. But can you break their heart?
Alright, looks like we have just a little under an hour to go, but we want to take a little bit of a stretch break. We'll be back in just a few minutes. Hang on. Sound switched over. Earpiece. Decided to check out on. Sounds like everything. All right. Switch. Hit the button. Now it's time to break some hearts. Oh man, a little bit stressed about this. So Can't kill a killer, but can you break their heart? Ocean. Oh, I gotta switch the ear back. Sorry. Sound of Discord. I forgot. Okay, now you got it.
Do you dare to even try?
Morticia says, "To me."
That's right. Tomorrow, one of these sexy slicers will not be eligible to take you on a date. Who's it gonna be?
But why? Because it's dramatic? Claudette said.
Because it's surprising.
Because it's a classic reversal of fate?
And it will hurt someone's feeling. Someone dangerous.
That can't be good. Hurting feelings of someone dangerous cannot be. Who's it gonna be, champ? What's your thought process here? Trapper seems like he might throttle you sleep if you made him. That being said, at least you see him. Spirit can. She floats. I hear she can disappear. Hard to track. If you get rid of Wraith, he might cry. And although I totally support normalizing men crying and being vulnerable, to see might. Huntress, she might pretend to be okay with it, but then start seeing her behind every tree. Excuse me. Sneeze. What I'm trying to say is, I don't envy you, boss. So which sociopath are you eliminating? Ooh. It's tough.
I'd say Huntress. You've really had the least involvement with her.
True. So Huntress, next time, honey. I hate to get rid of anyone, mostly because you all scare me so much, but also because it just doesn't seem fair. But life's not fair. Your strong arms that could possibly hurl me back to the mainland. I face no one has ever seen a tragic backstory. The conversation. Huntress, I'm describing. This hurts, but I have to. Phew. Honestly, this is a for me. I don't have to constantly try to impress you. It's been exhausting. Tonight, this fancy attire is coming. Sweatpants are going. Tomorrow, I think I'll stand in the ocean and catch salmon with bare hands. Yes, I said bare hand.
Now that you've broken the heart of someone heartless, you should go get some shut-eye.
Don't worry too much about the broken heart you left behind.
Because, of course, they'll be receiving a consolation prize. They might not get to go home with Morticia when this is all over, but they'll never sleep alone again.
That's right, we're sending our eliminated player home with... Is that a trickster body pillow?
Their own, mostly new trickster body pillow. The next best thing to the real trickster. It might not hug you back, but it definitely won't try and stab you. And how do we know? Because I've tried it. That's white. It's Dwight tested. Ew.
Claudette approved. I hope you sleep well tonight, Morticia. You're my hero for what you... How can you sleep tonight? What you... No, it's not because of guilt. I mean, knowing there's a legit homicidal maniac who hates you so close by.
How can you sleep tonight, knowing what you'll do tomorrow?
I don't know how you'll do it, but you better go before Dwight and Claudette come back and put you to sleep themselves. Those two, schedule. This game is a trip and a half. I love it. It's been so fun. Wow, what a crazy way to end the day. An elimination? I didn't even know it was that kind of game. Check in with everyone, especially with our loser, before everyone deserves a send-off. Huntress's eyes are filled with anguish. The bunny ears on her mask. It's as I figured. I am a wild animal, an unlovable beast of the forest. I shall diminish and go into the east and remain Huntress. Aww! Aww! I feel bad now. That's alright, I'm gonna date the Huntress next. And I thought the spirit was the evil one.
I really don't know what's happening here. I honestly haven't been paying attention.
Right.
Oh, Morticia, sorry, I forgot. I'm focusing on other things, more important things. One way or another, I won't be here for much longer. How would I say things are going? It's a matter of perspective. If Morticia's goal is to impress me, things are going poorly.
No.
But if Morticia's goal is to get them killed, they're doing an amazing job.
Do I think there was a chance I might get eliminated? Yeah, I did. Did I care if I got eliminated? Not even a little. Does the volume of words I spent talking about how much I don't care about things signify a deep yearning within me to be seen, heard, and validated by those around me? Ah!
What? No, you're not a part of this. You don't get a confessional. It's cool, man. I'm not part of anything. You feel me? I'm not a cog in anyone's machine. I'm my own machine. This whole thing is pretty cute, though. Charmingly low budget, old school marketing vibe, NGL. Kind of wish I wasn't so busy right now. I'd definitely be down with a reality show style dating competition with survival elements.
NGL is not gonna lie.
I thought it was cheesier to.
Oh, no. For other people, not for you. I know you did that on purpose.
But I got my new album, upcoming tour, finalizing the new sticker line, producing a limited series on my life, starting a new social media NFT crypto app, and doing these private gigs over on IP Island. My dudes, you gotta come check it out. IP Island is dope. It's where the real killers are hanging out. Fully licensed, no legal drama. Lawyers, take a hike.
I love it. I'm gonna tell everyone that Trickster said that about them.
I'm talking your favorite established characters from all over pop culture that can't be seen on this island. Hell, you probably can't even mention them, like Ghost.
Don't you say it. Look, we get it. You're very popular and in demand, but we have a game to get back to, and I don't want to get sued.
Ghostface.
Come on.
Whatever. I don't even care. I'm the trickster. See you around, Morticia. You too, narrate.
I have a name, you know. Yes? Seriously, not pay me enough to deal with you people.
Is it my turn?
What? No, it is not your turn. No, you're sentient water. How are you even sitting in that chair?
What's a chair?
It's the thing you're getting all wet, and now it's gonna smell like mildew.
Oh, rude.
Fine, let's just get this over with. It's your turn, Ocean. Do your check-in.
Got a game. I was just looking for the bathroom.
Bathroom? Are you serious? It's down the hall to the left.
It's okay. Never mind.
Never mind? What does that mean? Oh, not you two. This wasn't meant to be confessional time for every character. Eh? It's okay. We don't have to confess anything. Just been working our asses off for 2 days straight. Wanted to sit down somewhere.
This chair is wet.
Yeah, I think the ocean just peed on it. How was that? You know what? I don't care. Two are looking pretty pleased with yourselves.
I've got something to confess.
Oh, great. What's it gonna be? Ate glue in the 2nd grade? Cheated on an algebra test once?
Watching Huntress get eliminated was the first time in this unending spiral staircase of pain in my life that I've even felt a modicum of joy.
Wow.
Every minute that I'm alive is a nightmare. This place, this sun, these sweet sugary drinks, it sounds like fun for a long weekend, but for an eternity? The unrelenting rhythm of crashing waves and wailing seagulls. It's like a crescendoing song of evil that makes me question the very foundation of the universe. Why am I here? Why are any of us here? What kind of sentient being would do this? Please, erase me from this existence. Make it so I was never born. Pull the plug on this experiment and let my soul be free. And please, please, get me out of this polo shirt.
Okay, let's get you to bed, buddy.
I don't want to go to bed. Going to bed means eventually I'll have to wake up.
Huh? Ah, well, what are you gonna do? Camera roll long enough, someone bound to see something. Seems shot. So, some rest. Tomorrow. Yes, a little over 30 minutes. Our stream and at time, I would say it's at 7 Eastern is when Big Nightmare will take up the mantle to close us out. Share stream. A lot of fun. So, let's see. Yeah, so she'll be starting like right after, literally. So, so I'll make sure to end at least a couple minutes ahead of time. Swap. Jump right on in. See what happens. Time. So, sunlight, soft sunlight warms your skin, nudging you awake. Also, using a killer crab as a pillow, which is sort of okay with. You're sort of. What's that? You don't know about the killer crabs? Oh, right. You didn't go on that Huntress date. Stab. Thrill. Or then you'll have to play the game again to get that reference, I suppose. Yep, I sure will. Pull on your attire and splash water on your face. Dwight and Claudette approach. That look on their faces, excitement, terror. Just your stomach flutter with butterflies. Someone's in. Or you've been infected with zombie butterflies in your sleep. This has happened before, but probably. Claudette says, "It's time!" Claudette gestures over to the beach where the killers all stand flanked by tiki torches. See here, instead of a TV show, you used to hate watch with your ex. Suddenly, the message is clear. Going to declare your affections for a killer in front of several other killers. Hey, is a trickster supposed to be here? We paid him good money to make some half-assed cameos in this show. I'm gonna shoot his agent. But before they walk you over for your big one, don't think we haven't noticed how kind you are, Morticia. I didn't realize that was Dwight. But it says, can't be thrown on a mysterious island for seemingly no real reason, surrounded by his terrifying killers, trying to manage your most primal
Murder and making out.
and you've kept a cool head and treated us, your friendly island host, with dignity and respect, so don't tell me but Claudette and Dwight look around conspiratorial.
Just a little hint for you going forward. Don't try to go all the way with a killer who isn't into you.
Relationships are two-way streets, and if you don't have a green light in the other direction, it might hit you right now. Which is just the friend zone. Sound too bad. Where do you think you are exactly?
Dead by Daylight doesn't do friends. There are killers and there are survivors, and I'm afraid we can't say more.
Okay, so who's into me? Claudette and Dwight look around conspiratorially again. Well,
You and Race sure were awkwardly hanging out yesterday, huh?
not many people can get him to open up, but he somehow managed it. Of course you're not, but too bad. We're on a schedule. Over to the row of hotties. Claudette and Dwight stand off to the side, hands behind their backs.
It's been quite 48 hours, but there are clearly sparks in the air, and I'm not just talking about this rusty chainsaw, though I do recommend staying away from those sparks.
It's time for our newcomer to confess their love.
Wait, I have to do a drum roll for this.
No, don't, but who cares? Morticia, who do you choose for your solo date?
Can we at least do the flower thing?
White, I thought we agreed to keep that between us.
No, not that flower thing. The thing where the suitor gets a flower as a symbol of the contestant's love and affection.
Oh, right, I suppose, but no roses. There's such a cliche at this point.
Well, that's good because I tried to pick a rose, but I got an ouchie, so I settled for these.
Ooh, they're pretty. Beautiful. You've done good, Dwight. This is a lovely bouquet. I hope Dwight saves some of those. Save some of these for Claudette. They're a thing, right? Getting that vibe too? Just me? Sorry. Got other. Morticia, you select to receive flower. I don't know. I kind of feel like Wraith is feeling our vibe. I think so too. Turn to Wraith and let out a sigh. Wow, are you becoming more like him? Wraith, since I got to this island, I've been drawn to your quiet nature, your unassuming good looks, nervous energy you bring to every situation, no matter how normal and mundane. I love the way your body moves, and I love how we are together. It's like you just watched the Earth explode, orbiting space shuttle. His mouth hangs open a little, eyebrows twitch. You can tell if he's too excited to process or partially dead.
Got anything to say, Wraith?
Sounds like he's speechless. Sounds about right. As you board the yacht, Wraith is unsurprisingly quiet, but the awkward vibes are down by about 60%. Good job. It's nice of Trapper to volunteer for the yacht for the start of this day-long date, but a bit expensive of him to say two were so boring that God itself. What would he know about fun anyway? He wears an old-timey one-piece bathing suit like the strongman from some bygone carnival. Come to think of it, that actually is a little great. Just has a regular old button-up shirt and shorts on. Oh, now's not the time to think about Trapper and the way his vintage singlet hugs his curves just right. That's what he wants, classic Trapper Trap. You're here with Wraith. Chose for some very good reason you must have, I'm sure. Cast all other doubts or thoughts out of your mind and stand at the edge of the deck, looking down at the ocean. What's out there? Gentle rocking of the waves feels comforting. You turn to face your paramour. Wraith can barely look at you. Is it nerves or something else?
I can't believe after spending so much time with me, you still want to do it more. I'm only going to disappoint you.
Never disappoint.
Well, we'll see about that. We still have a full day ahead of us.
What exactly do you have planned?
Before we get into that, I need to tell you something. It's about me, but ultimately more about you. We've spent a lot of time together. You know me pretty well. You know how easily I get flustered, how introverted and in my head I am. You know I'm awkward around other people, triggered by the sight of talk of money, weird about intimacy. But you are incredible and kind and patient. You put up with my quirks. After spending so much time with you, I feel like I changed. Something about you puts me at ease. I feel different. And that's good. I had to change in order to spend this day with you the way I want. Because
Almost there. He still can't say it. That's okay though. Smile at him more.
See, there it is. You always know how to comfort me. I haven't had that in a long time. Anyone I've been close to has abandoned me, usually against their will, but it still hurts. So why bother trying to connect with anyone? They're just gonna be brutally murdered while I watch or overhear or sleep through it.
Put your hand on his shoulder.
All I want is someone to love, family to care for, not touched by evil or greed or power. Small house in the middle of nowhere, never bothered by anyone. You're the first person in forever I felt like I could see a future with.
Wraith holds up as Azarob's skull.
Came to America seeking a fresh start from the trauma and violence of my youth. I was tricked into the employ of a truly evil man. I did unspeakable things. I didn't know what was happening, but I did them. I worried that death and violence were just part of who I was. When I found out this man's true nature, I snapped. I pulled out his skull and spine. I wielded him like some kind of half-weapon trophy ever since. Too long have I been attached to Azeroth's skull. I have let it define me. No more.
Wraith tosses the skull into the water. He got rid of his weapon. Watches it sink. Just a gold coin on it that dislodged from it. You know how Wraith is with gold. So what do you...
Pick it up.
Good call. Never know when this might come in handy. Wraith turns to you, smiling. Seems like a new man.
Let's go back to the dump.
Romantic sentence to start this day with. got a little sultry there. As you walk into the cosmic dump, it's excitement.
Oh gosh, do I have something incredible planned for tonight?
Tries to kind of ask, but hey, sad boy is finally opening up. Felt some emotions in oil. Chabal.
You ready?
Wait, how did he get his weapon back? That's odd.
What's wrong?
No, it's just you're holding Azerov's skull again. Just made a whole big thing about how you feel like you changed. You're not defined by it, and you die.
Yeah, I did. Ezra was terrible, and I'm no longer using his skull as my security blanket. This is his brother, Paul. Also a really bad guy he took care of. I had 20 of these things, all real bad guys.
Well, guess you can't really change something.
Anyways, back to our exciting night to end all nights. I'll stay here and prepare. If you want to go find my bell.
Takes a step closer and whispers,
Then when you come back, we can ring it.
wow, what did that even mean? I don't know, but it seemed very exciting. Look under this anxious shy boy. Soon, to his clothes. To get there, though, you have to find the bell. Gotta be somewhere on this island, right? Where do you start looking?
The Black Lighthouse.
Suppose I could check out that creepy black lighthouse on the end of the island. Lighthouses usually only have one big rooftop. Insert. Turn to leave. Catch Wraith. Exit. You know what? Maybe that wasn't a wink at all. Some of the mud he used to cover up his face probably while he sweats anxiously. Arrive at the Black Lighthouse, optimistic about purpose. Don't see a bell and Morticia says, Spirit? Hello? Nothing. Nowhere to be found. Let's be honest, her heart was this process, wasn't it? Start poking around, wondering if the spirit took a bell and hid it somewhere around you.
Hey, hot stuff.
You turn to see Trickster, casually posed, light reflecting off his perfect skin, all of his mini abs, snake, perfect.
Doing some snooping.
I'm looking for the spirit.
Me too, actually. We were going to do face masks, and I told her I'd show her around my stick over on Happy Island. It's tight. All the killers we couldn't clear to be in this game are hanging out over there, just out of view of you and any interested parties' lawyers. Having a blast, doing shots, making content. Oh my dude, you have got to meet my good friend.
Nope, stop right there. Not getting sued over a dating sim. Hey, have you seen a Wraith there?
I'm not gonna lie to you, friend. I have no idea who you're talking about. But you want to maybe hop over to the other island, check out my stage.
I'm gonna say no. Absolutely not. I'm on a mission. Trickster shrugs.
Guess we're all on our own journey till we meet again. Mwah.
As Trickster vanishes, you ponder your next move, and I'm left wondering who just says just say no. Checking out the sexy pop star special hideaway. So where'd you next? Huntress's cabin. I have a good feeling about Huntress's cabin. Love a cabin in the woods. Great things are always happening in those. Walking and back out of them unscathed all the time. To Huntress's cabin. Wow, this game sure is much bigger than you thought, huh? Might need to play it a couple times to be able to really grasp how much work was put into it.
It goes pretty far down the rabbit hole.
It does. Your Huntress's cabin acts. It's disarming, cozy, with a warm vibe. Like you could Miller didn't already. Bought something shiny. Reach out for it, but you're tackled behind. Huntress. She holds an axe to you. I found you! Now I get to kill you! Please, I'm sorry. I didn't know this was your cabin. I wasn't doing anything bad. Please. Please forgive me. Did the wild elk offer my mother forgiveness? Or did it just skewer? Skewer her? Huntress has slit your throat before you even realized it. Can't be talking about people's moms like that. Come on now. We died! Oh, snap! Oh, that was funny.
So let's try that again.
Gotta try that again. Oh, Okay, so we gotta start. Let's fast forward.
I was hoping it would start us back at the Huntress's cabin.
Yeah, that was what I was hoping for, but it didn't. Started the date. Luckily, it gets us fast forward. Back to the Huntress's cabin. I'm running a very complicated long con on Wraith. I'm trying to find his bell so he can something. I don't know, but I'll probably use it to play a joke on him instead. Huntress's eyes. This sounds like a fun game to play in a day. Sure. I've got them. Hide and seek, but you can't find me. Ready or not, here I come, Morticia shouts. Okay. Hey. Oh. So fast. I'm not sure anyone ever actually got taught how to. I'm not sure anyone ever actually taught you how to. But this doesn't change anything. I'm still mad. Broke into my house. It's too bad because I do something about the bell. I'll tell you later. Just goes to another room and you realize you're not going to get anything here except possibly killed. So we're Trapper's Cave. The Trapper's Cave, surely what you're looking for will be there. It's not like Wraith has purposely sent you on a wild goose chase that will ultimately end up pointless. Oh, I'm sure he didn't just do that. 12. Enter Trapper's Cave tentatively. is called Trapper. It stands to reason there may be some traps. Deep cave home to a pool of water that shimmers and shines. Find yourself hoping the spell isn't it. Hear a voice from behind a pile of rocks, like a feeble old man calling for help. Step in front of a large pile of rocks at the mouth of a tunnel. Nothing you could hope to move. Someone much larger could possibly toss them aside with you. A frail voice calls out, "Hello? There, can you help me?" "Hold on, I'm coming," Morticia said. Desperate to help, you push against the rocks with all. Dislodged one near the top and it rolls off and kills you. Probably should have seen that coming. Trapper's cave is that of your average team streak. It's trap killing killer. Oh, ouch. Only traps of love, Raven says, kind of like Cupid's arrows. They just keep making.
We got all the way into the 4th hour before we died.
That's true. It took us like, yeah, almost the end of this stream to die. So try it again.
Yeah, one more.
All right, got one. Done really good. We raised 770 out of 1,000. Raised 40 tonight or this morning. Morning for us. So that's pretty good. Great. Never disappointed. I'm gonna leave the coin alone this time. Trapper's Cave again, or should we go back to the up? Take another look at Wraith's hot bod. I've found all I'm. Sigh. Writers not to get the ability to choose what to do, because then you choose dumb things like this, and I have to give you a game over. So we have to go and look.
I thought we looked in the lighthouse once.
Did, but got a game over for trying to, remember.
So we need to go back to the Trapper's Cave. Just plain up killed us. Was that because of a choice?
I made a choice.
So I think the Trapper's Cave is where we need to go. We just need to not die.
Yeah, not die. Got time for this one more choice. Pick up. So we're back in the Trapper's Cave. Hear a voice from behind a pile of rocks. Man, not gonna do that. Ignore the voice and look around the cave because you have a job to do. Hey, maybe play this again to find out who the voice belongs to. Just saying, could be. Oh, what's this? You found a gold coin? Seems like a good choice. There's something else shiny next to it, is it? Then again, this is Trapper's Cave. Trapper, you know him. Trap guy, the guy who loves to leave traps? I don't know.
Take it. You know it's going to get us killed, but we have to know.
That's true, that's true, that's true. Nope, It's a bear trap. You're dead. Look, you're gonna have to either enter this cave a lot more carefully, or with the trapper guide. Ah! What? You guys hear that whisper?
No.
Oh. Can't stand anyone else here except me, Spirit. You know, it's funny you say that. At one point, we almost dated, and I think she's still mad at me. Sorry, I was so dumb. Why am I talking about another relationship while I'm with? Oh, okay, that's funny. So this is a different one. Yeah, that's a real trapper move. Both laugh. You say loving. Others. Last chance.
Back into the trapper's cave.
I don't.
Back to the light. We've been in the lighthouse. We didn't find anything there.
Yeah.
I think we do need to go to the trapper's cave. I think we just need to follow. You're gonna try the Huntress's cabin again?
Yeah. Cranking him. Oh my god. Oh, too much. Failing the game is what messes with us. Try to go to the Highland. Oh! And it's empty.
Yeah, I mean, it's hella early. Everyone is sleeping and recovering from last night's rage. Things don't really get going here till like near midnight. So I have to wait till then to have any fun here.
That's alright. Fix your smile slightly.
Oh, I wouldn't say that.
How about you leave me alone for a second so I can, you know, freshen up? Likes that eye. As soon as that horny weirdo leaves, you drop the charade down for the nothing. Worried your clubber might be blown, you dive into the water, be long, swim back to the house. Let's not do this much physical.
Ha ha, this tickles.
Well, we're gonna get dead. Might as well. Now. I had a lot of fun doing this. Around the cave.
Investigating the voice dropped the rock, didn't it?
Yes. We're gonna die anyway.
No, I think if you leave the bear trap, that's what we're at.
Oh, okay. But while we're dead. Oh god!
Smart, that was bear trap.
This is Spleeper.
Give me one reason I shouldn't do this.
Frankie, Wraith? No?
Now you're speaking my language. Bell, huh? I think hunters may know something. Or maybe Spirit has some idea, I don't know. If I'm being totally honest, I already stopped caring. Now get out!
Every game I'd keep. Well, we're going back empty-handed. Not gonna like that. Must be off somewhere. What are you gonna do? Still don't have the bell. I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out. Are you talking to him? Huntress pops up from behind one of the giant obelisks, smiling behind the mask. I followed back. Fun like a cat stalking. Oh yeah, that sounds fun. After you left, I was thinking, I want to tell you about the bell. Oh my god, Huntress, thank you! But it's going to cost you. Hand over all the gold! Spirit couldn't sleep, she wandered around. I was up going pee, but she walked by my cabin and the bell caught my eye, so I ran outside. Rusty and old, that bell is still kind of shiny, so I offered to pay her for it. She said she had the perfect spot for it picked out at the top of the lighthouse. Okay. Return to the lighthouse and head right upstairs. No more messing around. Spirit is waiting for me. Street is looking for me. Oh boy. Oh dang. I don't know. Okay. Yeah, the chicks to distract me. She just rolls her eyes. Mess with her. I'm so sorry. It does sound like she's actually sorry. Oh! Oh! Don't look into the light or die. Oh my god. Stop on the spirit. Don't look straight into the light. Oh, stop. Okay. So the light isn't completely. She hand out over the bell! Now please leave me alone. Okay. Head back to the...
I think we're out of time.
Yes, we are. But we made it back to the reef. But I had a good old time. Pink Nightmare is up next. I hope you enjoy her. She's a lot of fun. So, need to come hang out with you all today. Thanks, Jingle, for helping.
It was fun.
Well, we'll find out what we're going to do with the Wraith. He's about to find out what we're up to. So, we will see you all next time. Later.